And he knows the perfect way to do these things.
He's actually one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen in my
100%.
life. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. That's the type of comedy you like, innit?
Jack Black.
No, not really.
Kesi likes
That's
that.
stupid. I like dry humor. I
likes
like
dry
The
martini
Office.
humor.
Oh lord.
I like The Office. I like Parks and Recreation. I like, what else do I like? Modern Family. Do you know what I mean?
You're the type in the cinema where
Dry.
no one's laughing, just go, ha!
Yeah.
No one else said anything. Damn, what? You guys hear that?
Right. Should we get started
Yeah,
then?
let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 131 of Hype and Then Some. We are back in the building once again.
Indeed.
And let's just get straight into introductions, man. I'm Kesi, aka K's Boogie in the kit. What it do?
And it's your boy, Mr. Tree, but Shammy T for damn well nasty.
Yeah, and it's Mr. MBT, the world boss. Yo.
Come on, boy.
Yoy.
All right, yay.
Yeah, because I knew shit. I was like, she didn't even do it on time.
He said,
Rubbish.
yoy.
You know what? Yeah, it's because he said, I must do something.
Something's got to
Yoy. Yoy.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, brother.
Wait, I've just seen here that the notes have been updated. Why did you take off Think 25 million deal?
Who's 25 million?
I don't think I took it off, but if I did, it's okay because it's a rumor.
Who's 25 million deal?
Central C. I don't believe I
25
took it
million
off.
deal.
Apparently, he's been offered a deal from, I think it's Columbia Records,
Yeah,
for 25 million.
For what?
For
10,000
two
albums?
projects.
No,
Two
two
projects. Yeah, two projects.
Yeah.
But people are
Sorry,
saying...
JZ.
People are saying like, I don't think that's true because I think Adele didn't even get like that amount, and
25
like,
M's.
yeah, people are estimating that it's maybe about half of that. So
Half of that is still good though.
when we find out, we'll
two
let you know
projects
for
as
sure.
well.
Yeah. All right, guys. Just before we begin, we obviously do record this ahead of time. So to those who celebrated a happy 24th of June, wishing you guys the best on this day. Please, guys, tell me you know the video that I'm referring
Yes,
to.
I do. 24th of June.
WizKids. 24th of June. Hey.
He's done that
To
again.
those that are celebrating, happy 24th of June to you.
Sorry.
Live in the building. Okay,
Lord have mercy.
should we begin today's
Yeah,
episode?
let's
then?
go, man.
Cool. Right. Well, as you can see. Oh no, maybe you can't. We'll get to that in a second. This is
Sorry.
Tables Trainers.
Trainers tables.
Thank you. As you can see, okay, if you are joining us here on YouTube, we do have something of a theme going. This is the most cohesive and identical theme we've had in a while, in a long
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
where we've gone this hard on one show. But if you are just listening and you are unable to join us on YouTube, try and come down to YouTube Town, where you can see these channels. You know what?
In our real life.
But if you can't, no worries. I will explain as per
if you can't, too bad.
Hey, man.
So sad.
Come on, man.
And you know, if you do like listen to podcasts, feel free to open up your laptop, put on the mute button, and
Yep.
listen to it on the podcast whilst you watch it at the same time.
Yep.
And feel free to also hit that like button on all of our videos. That's 131 videos.
Absolutely, and make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, even if you don't want to watch them, just subscribe. Trust that there's good content there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if not,
Thanks.
ew, what are you doing?
Right?
Yeah, like that like button and the subscription because it helps us.
Tap, please. We need the money.
We don't actually say
We are the realest
We need the cash.
podcast
We
out
need
there.
the cash.
You know, we don't actually say that. We don't tell people to subscribe.
We don't.
Why don't we tell people to
Guys,
subscribe?
do you know what? Let's take this moment, all right?
Do it, please.
Okay. Let me tell you about our socials and where you can find us and what you need to do as a supporter of Happen Then Some. I know you're a supporter.
everything. Like it all.
Like it all. Even
like
if you
it
don't
all.
like it. I know you like it. I know you like
Those
us. It's enough. All right.
Come
so
on.
you can follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm not going to talk about Twitter, but you can just follow us there on our socials at Hype and Then Some, one word, of course. And you can also find us on YouTube. Please subscribe, bro. What's going on? I can't believe we've never asked this before.
Yeah, we never asked
We're
this.
real ones. So this one time that we're asking you, I beg. Just
Go do it.
subscribe on YouTube, please.
Why was
Begging
I
you.
just gonna scream in a real life? Like, what's going on?
Please follow us in a real life.
Yes. Don't do that now.
No,
Hey. I was gonna say actually, I got stopped. To be fair, it was a while ago now. I thought it was a couple weeks ago. It might have been last month. I got stopped by someone who said that they saw our
Podcast episode.
no, not the
What
podcast. God damn it, man. What was the series that we did? Let Me Style You.
Oh.
And they were like, you need to bring that back.
Oh! Oh,
So-
pay us the monies.
Brother, it's expensive. It's very spenny. But speaking of things that are spenny, let's just get back to the
Do you know
tables
how many
trainers.
stuff we struggle to return?
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Yeah, we can run that back.
So
again.
hard.
The process was, I'm not gonna lie, the process for that whole thing was so long.
It was long, but it was really fun.
It was fun. It was enjoyable.
It was very
Yeah,
fun.
It was very fun.
But imagine buying stuff. Obviously, if one of us wanted to keep it, you'll keep the item.
But if
if you didn't want
not-
to keep the item, for
Okay,
example,
damn.
the last one that we did for Kesi, we had to go all the way back to Cos,
Yeah, man.
and to return it. Like, come on, man.
Anyway, shall.
Logistics.
It just
Praise
long,
God.
bruv.
Let's get straight into tables trainers though.
Spatty and rich.
Give me a sec, man. So, Adidas has collaborated with the brand Sporty and Rich to come out with a pair of, you guessed it, Sambas. Adidas, please be careful. Like, just because people are feeling Sambas doesn't mean you need to go ham.
This is what I was
As
saying.
they've
'Cause
done.
You know when there was an episode that you was like, oh, they're bringing back the Sambas and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, this is actually the
Yeah.
second collab doing it with them, though.
Really?
With Sporty and Rich?
Yeah.
What did they do before?
They did a Samba before,
Oh,
but
brother.
it was a green and white pair. Very beautiful.
Oh, really?
shit.
Was it nice?
Yeah,
Was it a
resale-
dark green? Was it like this
It
green?
wasn't. Yeah, it's like this green. Resale's around about 600 now.
Hey!
Quite crazy.
Sporty and Rich!
Yeah, indeed.
Heavy on the rich!
Indeed. So
Hey!
this is their second round. And,
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into it. really.
Okay, cool. So to the right of me, we have. I mean, they're all OG Sambas, aren't they? But this colorway, do you know what the name of the colorway for this one is, Toby?
I do not.
It's blue, in it.
Blue.
Period.
It looks like it looks like a powder blue. But anyway, yes. It's a
Yes.
powder
Anyway,
blue.
it's a powder blue. To those who can't see it, yes, it's a powder blue with grey detailing, grey stripes. And is that like what is that tag?
It's just like a little pearl.
A little pearl, pushing pearl.
So on all of them.
Yeah. So it comes with this cute pearl Adidas tag if you care about those sort of things. These are all Toby's pairs, BTW. He bought all three for reasons he shall now explain.
Yeah.
Tell us about this blue pair.
So this blue pair, I originally got it because I didn't think I'll get the other ones. It was Adidas confirmed. No one else got through. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, really?
I didn't get through first round, and then for some reason, I'm not sure what happened. Something told me in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Try again.
Go back on that
Yeah.
app. Just go back and check it. Went back. Suddenly started popping up. I said, thank you, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I like that.
I checked out on this, and this. Single last. I was like, give me.
Gimme.
But really, truly, I just wanted to see all the colorways because I thought they all looked nice
Okay.
in their own way. Specifically, this powder blue one. I
Okay.
really feel like it's a really, really bright blue, and I feel like this is something that's really in right now. Just wearing random colors.
Yeah.
But it's not going to last in my wardrobe.
Oh.
But the shoe itself, you guys are aware, Sambas are very low.
Yes.
I
very
got a wide
flat.
Got a wide foot. So, you know,
Spready.
yeah, it doesn't spread each too crazy, but it does spread each a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, you know, he does the job. you
Okay.
know. Just don't wear it for longer than 2 hours or your feet will expire.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Pissed off.
Okay. Sweet. All right, cool. And to the left of us, we have.
This is like an off-white with the powder blue with the
Yeah. So I think it's like the reverse of the other trainer that we just showed, the blue pair. So this is like it's like cream, innit?
Yeah.
Cream with that powder blue on the detail, so on the stripes. And again, same pearl tag. Toby.
This is probably my favorite pair.
Oh, this is your favorite.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite.
We already know what your favorite is, I guess.
I wanted to say this, but it's too easy to say this. This is just a normal Samba.
Right.
I'll get into that in a bit.
What are your
But
thoughts on this one?
I really do like this pair. I would rather take this pair over the powder blue, complete powder blue one over that pair though.
Okay.
Only because I just feel like the little baby blue accents on it, for me, it's just a little bit too feminine.
Okay.
Just for me.
Okay.
But you know, I do still like the cream. The cream's a really nice cream. And once again, the leather on these are stupid.
Stupid. Dumb stupid.
Everyone that has a pair of Sambas right now, the standard OG Sambas, you will know that the leather on that is complete arse, but it's built to be worn. And
Right,
the
right,
boobs
right.
are just destroyed.
Right.
This shoe specifically, they've used premium leather everywhere on
Yeah,
the
it's
actual
tumbled,
shoe,
innit?
tumbled leather.
Yeah.
Insole is leather. The
Oh.
laces are good quality. Everything is just perfect, even down to the back tab, which is also leather and suede.
Does it come with 2 laces?
It does come with 2 laces. But yeah, the leather is just so premium. Even when I'm walking and they crease, like you can see that they just go back
Yeah.
and you can see they're going to age very well.
That's what I was going to say. They're going to age amazingly.
Yeah,
I just wanna
exactly.
see
The
these
insole's
side of
crazy.
these. Yeah, the insole is cold. Lovely
Yeah,
detailing.
the packaging's sick.
Are all the boxes green?
All the
Yeah.
boxes are green, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right,
I
sweet.
really like these.
Yeah. On the pedestal today.
Not gonna give it a title.
No.
Don't think it deserves one. No.
Fair.
It's a general Sambo with Sporty and Rich on the side.
Yes, this is the OG Samba in the OG colorway that you know that you've seen everywhere with the gum sole. And this is of course the Sporty and Rich collab.
With the
I'm
leather.
with the
Tumble leather.
with the tumbled leather, same detailings as before, same pearl tag. Yeah.
So
Toby?
why is that your favorite?
It's just an elevated original
Samba.
You got what I mean?
I hear that.
It's just like it's like the original Samba, which I actually wanted,
Yeah.
but with premium leather, and that's why I enjoy it so much. I feel like it's an easy colorway to wear. It can be an everyday shoe, and as you can see, I'm already scuffing it up, and I'm happy
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But
How
I
long
think
have you had these for?
just over 2 weeks now, and I pretty
Okay.
much worn it like almost every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Banging
Nice.
all of these.
Yeah, so it's a really good casual workday shoe for me personally.
Calm.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. That brings us to a pretty quick, pretty concise tables trainers.
Trainers tables. So, guys, every single week we come with the latest news about music, fashion, what's popular in the culture.
Yep.
And the first thing on the list is Black Mirror.
Oh Lord.
Black Mirror.
Oh,
We've
Lord,
started
oh, Lord.
watching it.
You started? You haven't finished?
Yeah, we started watching it. Have you finished it?
Yeah.
How the heck? When do you have the time to watch all these
You know what,
shows?
yeah, everyone keeps asking me this question. Don't ask. So like I say, don't ask. It just happens.
Mate, wait. Firstly, mate. Anyway, we watched the first episode. Yeah,
You've only watched the first episode.
No, we've watched a couple, but I'm not gonna lie. We
We've only
watched
watched
it
two.
when we were very tired.
Only watched
I
two
said a
episodes.
couple, didn't I? Come on, brother.
All right, so are you the types that have to sit there and focus on every single scene for you to have watched it?
Yeah.
When you're watching Black Mirror, that's what you should do anyway. That's
Oh, no,
why it's
you have it in
tricky.
the
You can't
background,
watch it in
innit?
the background.
I feel like I've got to the point with movies and TV shows that I don't actually actively need to be focused on it constantly because I'll still be able to figure out what's happening.
no,
No,
you're not taking
Toby.
it.
I'm
You're
taking it in
missing
and I
out
pick up everything.
details.
I pick up everything. I'm pretty
You
sure.
don't pick up everything.
Trust me,
How can you pick up
I've watched
everything?
every single episode
true.
and I know exactly what's happening every single episode.
But even if you get the gist, you will never
Spoiler
get
alert, by the way, because I'm gonna spoil some stuff.
No, don't spoil too much now.
We're only going to talk about
brother.
the first episode. The first episode was crazy.
Is that the Joan is awful one?
Yeah.
I want to know about it being crazy.
Was
No,
that
'cause-
the first
It is
episode?
Joan is awful
Wait,
one.
did
Yeah.
she kill herself?
No,
No.
no, she didn't. She didn't kill herself. No. That's the thing. So let me just. Overall,
Yeah.
it was disappointing.
Sorry.
The second one was bad.
I'm really sorry.
What's going on?
I don't know if I pressed start. I'm just a bit concerned. I did.
That's cool.
Check. Now I can breathe. Because when he was talking about Black Mirror, I could not focus.
So the second one,
Yeah.
the second one is the one where. What happened to the second one?
Second one was.
It was called Lock Henry, no?
Lock Henry. Yes, so that's the one where the girl goes to this barnyard with her boyfriend. And
The black babe
yeah, the black
with the
babe.
braids.
Yeah.
Oh, and she conked her head, she dies, and then the mum hangs herself,
Yeah,
not
'cause she
knowing that
wants
the
to-
black girl's already dead, and she's now put herself out there.
Yeah, but the
Karma.
mum's a bit of a psychopath. And the son-
Yeah.
the son's documenting the story
And then she did it for the film.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but at what
Okay.
cost? Because the son, he hates his life.
Basically.
Did
so-
he kill himself in the end?
No, he doesn't.
But he's just, and then
He's just really miserable. His girlfriend died, but his life is still going on. It's this big success, but he's like, at what cost?
It's
kind
not,
of
it's not
stuff.
even a big success because the people that are promoting the film, the woman tried taking the what's it called for it?
What, the award?
The recognition.
No,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's getting the money. He got the award
Of
for
course,
it too.
but
Yeah,
even
but at what cost? though,
Yeah, that's
innit?
the idea. It's
Yeah.
at what cost did you get all this stuff?
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, it was.
That's not. It's too light touch for me, man.
That's what
It's
I
too
was
light
saying.
touch for me.
Like,
See,
you
I
remember
didn't
last series,
Right.
Yeah,
This is my
was
thing.
it mad?
Remember you don't remember the last series?
Not the
I don't-
last-
I don't
not
watch-
the last one.
I've never watched Black Mirror.
Oh, haven't you?
He's never.
Oh.
The last series was the one that had like Miley Cyrus and they were in
is
space
it?
and that. Not that one.
Oh, the one before
Not
that.
Bandersnatch. The first three series. The first three series. That was the one with like White Christmas. No, not White Christmas.
what was-
White Bear.
What was the one with the guys that used to leave their wives and they'll go into
Yeah,
that
that was. I think that was the newer series
Yeah,
as well.
that
I
was
think I
mad.
told you that
Sorry,
one
how
before.
How many seasons have there been on Black
Let me
Mirror?
find out.
I think we're on. If we're not including Bandersnatch, I would say that we're at number 7 now.
7 seasons.
I think so. The first 3 were the best ones. Then they brought out another 3. I'm chatting shit.
We're on series 6.
Series 6.
Series 6, yeah.
I don't know how to calculate that, but
So when you're saying series, you mean seasons?
Yeah.
seasons. Sorry, seasons.
sorry.
Yeah, seasons.
Yeah, season
Um,
6 been out for 7 years. But yeah.
It's too light touch. Like, you have to realize, the standard of Black Mirror, we started with a prime minister having to have sexual relations with a pig.
Yep.
This is what we're working with,
Yeah.
We need that level of like WTF energy.
And that's what I was hoping to get again.
It's too light.
It's just not that, man.
Everyone's been blaming it on the Americans, and I'm prepared to do the same.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm prepared to do the same.
Listeners.
Sorry.
But it's y'all's fault.
Love you, man, but
Anyway,
brother.
the next topic
is
Marvel. So, Secret Invasion is coming out. I think it's out now.
It's out now.
It's
Have
out
you
now.
watched? Have you watched the first episode?
I have watched
What's
the first
wrong with
episode.
you?
No, wait. Something mad happened,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing it on Twitter. Do I want to spoil it or not?
Something mad happened on Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Let me
In the
think
first
about-
episode,
yeah,
how it
something
starts.
Mad, something mad did happen.
Do you?
No, I want to watch it.
Spoiler alert.
Why you haven't even watched that? And you're
That's why I asked him. Do I want to spoil it or not?
No, don't talk about it.
It's a spoiler.
I don't care.
It's a
I don't want to hear
spoiler.
it. I don't want to hear it.
Alright,
Spoiler
don't
alert.
watch it on the train. What are you
You're always
talking
on
about?
Twitter.
Hey,
But
hey.
I don't know what happened.
Hey, look at me,
Bandit.
look at me. Spoiler alert.
I would watch this guy like this.
I don't know why you're on smoke today.
You don't want. You don't
Watch
want
it on the way
you don't
home.
want me to reveal what happened.
Toby,
Is it mad? Is it mad?
Toby.
Out of 10.
Toby, I
You
swear.
wouldn't have expected it.
Toby, you're gonna do.
Ooh.
you're
You wouldn't
gonna
have
do the whole
expected it
episode
at all.
like this. I swear.
Zero expectation
Nick
of
Fury's
that
gonna
happening.
die, man.
Huh? How can he? This the
I
series
don't
about
care.
him.
I need.
That's too much.
answers.
There's no
What's the
point.
other babe? His right hand babe.
No.
She's gonna die. Ah, God.
Anyway,
We'll
next
see.
thing on the list is Don Toliver's coming to London, and we all got tickets.
Yes, indeed.
Are we standing or seated?
We are seated and
Thank
we
you,
are
Jesus.
excited.
I am
Okay.
not standing for that,
I
nigga.
can't stand for anyone.
I can stand for everybody, but my knees. So I'd rather
So
not.
can you really?
I can. If I have to do it, I'll do it.
No.
Go
Plentiful.
home, I see your
Cost
knees.
is mighty. Cost is mighty. The groin. So Don Toliver is going to be coming to London on the 7th of October this year. Trez excited. I think for albums that we've received this year, this was a show that I needed
Yeah.
to see.
The last two albums have been crazy.
Last two albums have been all of his out. To be fair,
He hasn't
He's-
done too bad in all of them. To be
he's
honest,
done all right. He's done all
Yeah,
right.
but the
His
last
run has been good.
The last two
We're great.
are the ones that I'd be like,
Yeah.
you've.
Yeah, I can't
Cemented
wait.
yourself
He's really
as an
established. Yeah, exactly. I would say the same. And I also love the fact that he is somebody exclusive of Travis Scott. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could have very easily become, in the best way possible, like a gunner that was like tied to
Travis,
Young
yeah.
Thug, whereby that obviously wasn't the case for him. So
yeah, he's built his brand outside. of
completely
Travis
separate
Scott.
from him.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that.
Is there any other artist that came from the camp of Travis Scott other than Don Toliver? That's still popping now.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think there is. Is
I
there?
don't think so.
So he's probably the first out of that
Yeah,
camp.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
thinking about because when you just highlighted Young Thug, I'm just thinking about the amount of people that came from Thug now, and just trying to see if there's any other people that came from Travis.
What? Gunna, Lil Keed.
Lil Got It, Lil
Yeah,
Kid, rest in peace. Lil
yeah.
Got It came from.
What's
from
my guy's
Young
name?
Thug.
Oh, Snooty. No, not Snooty.
Like Strick.
I don't know who that is.
what,
All
from-
them YSL man, innit?
Yeah.
Basically all of them have found some place.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. No problem. Well,
Anyway.
we're definitely going to be there.
Yeah,
Gonna have so much fun.
It's gonna be a vibe.
For damn sure. I
Next
can't wait.
thing on the list, and I'm quite upset about this, and
I'm
I
upset.
hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. But there have been some rumors that Rorigi is not managing his finances properly.
Well, the company's finances.
No, I would say the finances properly, because finances is finances
No,
regardless.
it's not. He's
Toby,
finances. It's the company.
Toby,
The company's a separate legal entity, my brother.
I built it.
It's not-
I built
it's a
it.
separate
I built my
legal
company.
entity.
I spend my money the way I want to spend my money.
Brick
That's
by
why
brick.
they
Yes,
come and
Frank
take your
Vincent.
ass out.
Thank you. Brick by brick. When I had to sell out the back of the boot, were you there?
me tell you
No.
something. Let me tell you
I'm
something.
going to take it for all it has. If
me
it has to
tell
go
you
into
something. Let me tell you
liquidation and I got my Lamborghini in Miami, that's all that
Let me
matters.
tell you something. If you started that business here with 20k of my money, yeah, it's really basically my business. You started it, but I've got to share in that business, which means it's not your business.
How do you have a share in it?
Because you started with 20k of my money.
Legally, do you have a share?
I have 20k of my money in your
Who's
business.
20K?
My 20k.
What 20K?
If I borrowed you 20k to start that business,
But
but you're
you
supposed to
didn't.
pay me back.
But you didn't.
I feel like that's what people did for Luigi.
Do you know what's really, really funny about this whole situation? So, for reference, Ruigi is obviously the owner and
Of
founder
Rude.
of Rude, the brand.
One of
And
the
I
best
just wanted to
brands right now.
I
Is
just
it?
wanted to find out a bit more
popping.
I just wanted to find out a bit more information about the whole situation. And Vogue did an article on it, and the title of the article is "A Rude Awakening."
Yeah. So just to give everyone a bit of context, is that I listened to a short clip.
Same.
Where they basically said that Ruigi was known for scamming
before he started at doing his company. Yeah. But allegedly.
When you say scamming, are you talking about
419 is scamming people? Yes, but allegedly.
Hey,
allegedly.
Now the thing is, the reason why I can't hold him to that is because life has changed.
Yes,
it really has it.
Right.
Because you know when someone uses their 419 money to then build something, many people try to live this life where they try to come out of the game and invest their money into legitimate businesses. This is how I saw it. So get it how you live.
But you can see it how you want. But taking money out of the business to fund your lifestyle, you can't do that.
Well, if I've given myself a £1 million salary, I think I can.
If you give yourself £1 million salary,
but I don't think he has.
You don't think you have. Really and truly. I think the issue is that if it was a situation where he did 100% own the business and it was just all his money, then cool, that's fine. But it wouldn't be an issue if that was the case.
So who has? I need to understand who has ownership of.
I don't know. That's probably broken down into different people.
That's right. He does have investors, and the person that's suing him holds a 20% stake.
There you go. It's not all your money. You can't do that. You can't.
Basically, the person that's suing him, we don't know who this person is, but they are suing Ruigi on the basis that Ruigi put down figures that relate to advertising, but it didn't actually go to advertising, and he's claiming that it's going to his personal expenses.
His AP's pedic, his extensive watch collection.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie.
His lavish holidays, his outings with JZ. Every single bit of it is way expensive.
I'm not gonna lie, Ruigi's watch collection's dumb stupid.
Let's go back to the facts.
Concept?
Let's go back to the facts. So the fact here says it was also claimed that Ruigi had reported a revenue of $30 million in 2020 and then over $30 million in 2021. However, according to Robertson, I don't know who that is. I think that's the person that's suing. Someone. According to Robertson, Rude's tax returns were $10 million in 2020 and $18 million in 2021. So the tax return suggests that Rude had spent nearly 27% on its revenue on advertising in 2020, a significant leap up from the 5% typically spent by brands on this division. So if that's the case, he spent 25% of his revenue.
Oh, gosh. Apologies.
That's fine. Do you want to blow it?
Probably.
Yeah.
I said probably.
Hey.
Flag horn.
That's the steroids.
It's what?
It's the steroids. He put steroids.
You take steroids.
I stopped it years ago, but it's a steroid nasal spray. Yeah.
So you're taking steroids. So you're taking steroids?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Sorry, what?
Oh,
Hey!
as you say.
I'm not taking steroids anymore. I'm clean now.
I'm so bad.
Hey. Sorry, quick commercial break. If that's the case, then that means that Rude spent 25% of his revenue, which was $30 million, remember? That's the revenue that
25% is a big
25% of that. Sorry, what's a quarter of 30 M's?
A quarter of 30 M's.
7.5 million?
7.5 million.
Gosh,
hands down.
Oh, God.
Damn, man. And the thing is, what's mad is they're going to come and get that money.
Wait, hold on. Oh, God. Apparently, he was pocketing private sales as well. So he was further accused of pocketing the funds of private sales to VIP clients such as celebrities and musicians, the funds of which are said to have directly benefited Ruigi's holding company, RMV, and the designer himself. One example in the lawsuit was in reference to a 2020 sale where Ruigi was believed to have sold $15,000 worth of Rude products only for the funds to be invoiced to RMV over Rude.
Yeah, supposedly
It's getting weird.
Allegedly,
It's getting weird.
he was selling stuff to people like Jay-Z. Like he was selling the big
Jay-Z,
ticket items to
Future,
those
all of
guys,
them guys,
and they were paying him as opposed to paying the company.
The company. It's getting weird.
So, yeah.
Oh,
thing is,
brother.
There's two sides to this, yeah. One side is that, look, Rude, no, there's two sides to this. One, he's got a great brand. The other side,
What the heck is that going to do anything? But if you had a great brand, then you would have got the money legitly and taken your money legitly.
No, because we need to take away the owner from the brand. The brand itself is still a good brand.
It's a good brand, but nothing's selling out.
True.
Nothing's selling out, really and truly. Things are going to sell, and people are still not buying it.
Yeah, he's got some good designs.
Come on, that's Zara, and that's still not sold out. You can still get that in the sale.
Is the hoodie back?
No, it isn't.
Potentially.
That hoodie's gone.
Which hoodie?
There's a black hoodie that has the Rude, like what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the Rude shorts.
Oh, no, yeah, it's not there. But yeah, some of the stuff is going to the sale.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, so nothing's really selling out. Really and truly, he's pricing out everyone that would want to buy into the brand. Yeah. But at the same time, as you can see, he's not trying to market it to those people. No. He's trying to market it to the big people that are paying him the bucks to his pocket.
Yep.
So yes, it's a whole Ponzi scheme.
Do you know this? do you know the story about Kesi and that hoodie?
What happened?
We were in Stratford, yeah, and it was the day that it was. I think it was the day after
the drop.
Yeah, of the Rude hoodie was in the store in her size. She tried it on. I said, "That looks cold on you. Buy it." She's like, "Nah." No, I don't need it.
Listen, what you have to understand about me, is that it takes a second. I'm not just gonna go out and just buy something just because.
Kesi?
I need to take my time. I need to think about it, think about the price, if I like it. And it's not that I'm tight with money, but it took me a very long time to be able to buy things and buy them full price.
Yeah.
Do you know it's hard for me.
But I'll tell you something. If you took a second, would you have the shoes in your feet right now?
First of all, it was a hoodie.
Leave her.
Negro.
And do you know what? Do you know what's even mad?
Yes. I wouldn't have.
Exactly.
Do you know what's even mad?
You know the game.
Even on top of that, but when it's a Zara sale, you be buying everything and then deciding when it gets you.
Pause. Were you talking about my off-whites?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Everything is just a contradiction right now.
You know how the game
Leave them
goes.
alone, mate.
You know how the game goes. I still remember that damn day.
That day was interesting.
Toby's referring to these are boys.
What a day.
Thank you.
Lord have mercy.
That was difficult. Right.
But
So
yes.
hard.
legs are not what they used to be. You used to pop that leg before.
Wait, I still can.
Go back to the other
it's
episode.
my-
You'll pop a leg like this.
I can. It's
No,
just
'cause
I
if
need
she
to
pops her legs-
protect my decency.
To kick your head.
Anyway,
You want my vag out?
Anyway,
Alright then.
next thing on the list is Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams has done his runway in Paris Fashion Week.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, in our previous episodes, we spoke about what we thought about Pharrell joining Louis Vuitton. We also spoke about what the collection would consist of. And honestly, Pharrell didn't disappoint.
Well, first question goes to Toby, and that question is on episode 130. You said that this is not going to be anything worth anticipating.
Yes.
But you hope to be proven wrong.
Yes.
Were you proven wrong?
Oh, for damn sure.
Yeah,
The one thing, the millionaire bag. Oh my days.
We'll come to that.
Oh my lord.
I
know it wasn't. Well, the bag is kind of part of the collection, but that's his bag.
Not that
it's
bag.
not part of the collection.
Yeah, not that one.
Oh
But
no, not the one
I
with
don't
the
need
diamonds
that
in it.
bag. No, I
Yeah.
don't need
No,
that
no,
bag.
no.
I don't need that specific
That's
bag.
like that's a made to order.
It's a millionaire.
Okay, so Pharrell's obviously done his debut show, Louis Vuitton, Spring Summer 24. He did it on that famous bridge, Pont Neuf.
Yeah.
I believe that's the pronunciation.
Them things there.
Yes, please. And you would have seen this on our Instagram if you follow us at Hype and Then Some. We gave some expectations and some predictions of what we thought in the previous episode, and we saw those expectations cash out in a real life.
Yeah. Only if it was
What
a
would
bet,
you
man.
rate? If only it was a bet.
Only if it was a bet, man.
Boy.
You know, on the betting apps, I would have been smiling.
Sorry. What would you rate the whole show out of 10?
So I haven't actually seen the whole show just yet. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to sit down and watch it. But from the pictures, it blew my expectations. So I'm giving it a strong 9.
9?
Giving it a 9.
I will give it a 7.5.
And
Yeah, please.
The reason why I give it a 9 is because I was expecting ass booty. Absolutely.
So because
rubbish.
it went above your expectations,
Way
you're
above
giving
my
it more than it
expectations,
deserves.
Yes, I have to.
So
I have to.
you haven't watched it, and I'll give you an idea of what it was. Yeah,
The actual show itself, or the
actual,
pieces.
the
Sorry.
actual show and the pieces.
Okay.
So show wise, the show was a very great show. The choir, banging.
The choir did a good job.
Choir was banging.
Choir was good.
Yeah.
LV robes, weren't they?
I don't know. I didn't look at the
I think
robes.
I saw a picture where the print was on the white clothes.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nice.
There was one guy with braids, and he was just going off.
Singing.
He was singing. He was like, I'm singing because I'm trying to get a deal.
Yeah. The rent was due.
Yeah, 100%. So, So the choir was banging. What else was there?
Any surprise guests on the show?
What do you mean? People that were on the runway?
Yeah.
There was Dave. There was
Gabriel Moses.
Gabriel Moses. Yeah. There was Pusha T and his brother No Malice,
Clips, yeah.
or should I
That
say
was nice.
Malice,
The
or his name
Clips.
is
I think he's no malice still.
No Malice.
Malice.
I think he went back to malice for a bit, but now he's back to no
the
malice.
boy that went to church has come out of
Do
church.
you know why? Yeah, obviously we know that he changed to no malice. Yeah, we know that he changed to no malice, but there was a time someone was calling him malice like in the last 5 to 10 years.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, so maybe he was malice for a little bit, but I think he's back to no malice.
That's it. Anyway, he knows he wants to.
He's
come
a good
back.
dude, man.
He wants to come back.
He's a good dude.
Anyway,
He's a good dude.
So yeah, they were on the show. Now we can get to
Into the
talking
actual
about
pieces?
the actual pieces. What Dave was wearing, I didn't like it.
That jacket.
The
looks
crop
similar.
jacket.
Dave, no, it wasn't a crop jacket. It was an oversized
No,
jacket.
it was crocodile.
A croc. Yeah,
Yeah.
croc jacket, oversized. The thing about Dave, Dave, what they put on this guy, it doesn't suit his stature.
Okay, so
This guy is a number one.
So, in terms of Dave's look here, facially, for some reason, I think it worked for the outfit. And hear me out. He had a hat that was like the dog ear hat.
Yeah, the
looking
dog ear
thing.
hat, yeah.
Have you seen those guys that wear those hats? Like they're like London geezer kind of people that wear those hats.
Yeah.
and just like they look like Dave sometimes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is perfect for you.
I didn't have a problem with what he was
Yeah.
wearing, and he
I like
wasn't
it's
going to wear
perfect for you
anything
specifically.
fitted or like a
Yeah.
suit or anything. I just want to see him in that jacket, man.
And I feel like I have seen him fitted in an LV
Yeah, an
kind of
LV suit.
outfit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a suit, but it was an outfit. Like he had the little horse thing. You know
No,
the thing
no,
those
he-
guys wear.
I don't know,
Little thing
mate.
that hangs like this.
Oh,
little
yeah,
chassis
that-
thing,
yeah,
and he
that-
wore a shirt. I can't remember. He had that
vest.
one time. And I was
Oh
just,
yeah.
and I was like,
yeah.
it
The gun
looked clean, but
holder.
it's not for him.
Yeah, it's not for him. I like the baggy look. I thought it was cool.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like that on him. And this is just my take. You guys
Yeah,
will say your own take. I
course.
didn't like the jackets that
Pusha
T
T
and Malice was wearing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like it. That's the. I don't like stuff. I don't like stuff that are loud. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I like the digitalized prints that were on the
The
clothes.
digi print was crazy.
I really like that.
So that's even another thing. Actually, I was literally just googling it. So yes, there were the pixel print, the 8-bit, which I feel like he bit a little bit from the wavy, but we'll come back to that in a
100%,
second.
100%.
But the camo one specifically, that was actually so. Pharrell said that he wanted to play around with like the 8-bit style, so the
Yeah.
pixelated style, but he also wanted to play it with the Damier print.
Yeah.
So it's called Camouflage or
Camouflage,
something.
yeah, camouflage,
Yeah.
camouflage.
So it's like a play on the camouflage, but also the Damier print. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah.
The Damier print and also the 8-bit pixelated
Okay.
journey.
All
You're
right.
completely right. It is a little bit of stealing from Loewe.
Loewe, he bit
For
that
sure,
a bit.
for sure. But
It's inspiration, isn't it?
inspiration.
Yeah, and he did,
tastefully
and he did
done,
it well.
man.
He
He
is
did it so well.
inspiration, and he did it in his own way.
Yes.
Which means that we all get inspiration from
Exactly.
From everyone.
100%.
I love the trousers. I absolutely love the trousers. I think the
His
trousers.
trousers or the
Yeah.
trousers that were on the runway?
Well, the trousers on the runway.
They weren't the same.
They weren't the same.
No, I think that is completely different. The jeans
Oh,
that
is
this
it?
guy's been wearing recently,
It's
Yeah.
different.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't see
it's
that
a
in the
bit of me.
collection.
It's not in the collection.
Oh, I
So
thought that
unless
was
it's
what
part
you
of
were
like a more full ready to wear piece, then fine. But if not, it wasn't out of the 70 something, I think it was 71 looks. No one was wearing
Yeah.
the flared and thingy, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I love those jeans. Those
They
jeans
do look
bang.
cool. Or
Yeah,
maybe it's just that the models that were wearing them were taller, but it didn't look flared the way it looked on Pharrell.
No, at
I
all.
don't think I didn't see it.
They look brazy. I love that.
The luggage, I didn't. You know, Louis Vuitton and luggage. Like the luggage is luggage. I wouldn't personally buy the luggage, but it's one of those ones that, by God's grace, if I had when I have a bigger house, I would have. You know how people just have the luggage
Just stack
just sitting
them.
there. I would
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah.
Loved the speedies.
Oh, get to the speedy, please. I've been waiting for
It's
someone
you that's
to say
talking,
that.
no, because Michael was giving his
Yeah,
take.
no, the speedies are banging.
Oh my
the
gosh.
yellow one and the green one for me I could do it.
I could do any color.
No,
any color. The red for me too. Boy,
really?
that Speedy, yeah. Oh my days, are you crazy?
I just think, are you crazy? I think every now and again, yeah, Louis Vuitton have a collaboration with someone that does something to a Speedy bag or a monogram bag, and it goes off. And I just feel like Pharrell just did what he need. I know this isn't a collab, but I just feel like this is one of those
core pieces,
cool, memorable, iconic pieces.
Yeah.
Very similar to, I can't remember the designer that did it. I know his name begins with an S, or their name begins with an S.
Fruity coloured LV prints all over the bag.
Not that one. It was the one where it was like the monogram, and it was graffiti, and it was like fluorescent green. What is the designer's name?
You know what? Yeah,
Murakami, is it?
You know what? That collection from Louis Vuitton.
I thought it was Marc Jacobs, but it's not.
That collection from Louis Vuitton was my worst collection. I despised that collection. Despised it. I really, really hated it.
Oh.
Yeah, I really hated it.
I just thought it was legendary, man. I thought it was Marc Jacobs. Steven Sprouse. Thank you.
That was one of the worst collections for me from Louis Vuitton.
Really?
One, because it was very easy to make counterfeit pieces.
Fair.
Yeah, I hated
Sprouse,
it.
yeah.
I hated it with a passion. I felt like it was shit.
So that was under Marc Jacobs' tenure, though.
It must have been, yeah. It makes sense. Because when I think about it, I think about Marc Jacobs because of the colours. But yeah, basically,
you're talking about that one, aren't you?
Yeah, that was iconic.
The white one.
Yeah,
the white one with the colour.
That is
that's
iconic.
Marc Jacobs. That's Marc Jacobs' legacy.
So iconic.
That's Marc Jacobs' legacy. You know what's so funny? My mum asked me if I wanted like a little backpack. She went to our family was in America, and then like, do you want one? I was like, no, that bag's clapped. I was like 8 years old, of course.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's clapped. I don't want that. My mum will never let me forget that me and Kenny could have had those two little bags. You think I wouldn't have been wearing it now?
No, that would have been cold right now as well.
Gets like that.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts about the collection? You haven't seen the collection.
I haven't seen the full collection. I've seen pictures here and there, but for me, that Speedy bag stands out so much.
Yep.
How much do you think it's going to cost?
Much. I think 2K.
Minimum.
Yeah, for the large one, you're looking at about 2.5.
Now, let me ask you this question. As much as you like it, would you push yourself to get it? Would you actually get the bag?
I would like to.
I would like to imagine that I could, but I've never spent $2,000 on a bag before.
I've never spent $2,000 on a bag
so
either.
I might not start today.
Yeah.
I also don't know what the material is. It's leather, right?
It's a serious tumbled,
I'm not sure.
soft.
Because when they were explaining how it was done, I think it's leather. I don't think it's coated canvas.
No, it's leather. It's leather.
It's definitely leather. It's definitely leather because the way he was talking, it's so soft that it kind of just
sinks into itself.
Like it just has its own natural shape.
So for me, because I've watched the show and I've seen the looks, and I would rate the show. I would rate it about a 7. I think it was a good comeback, and it was great that he established himself outside of Virgil's shadow.
Yeah,
it's nice that he paid
homage.
Yeah, to him by saying like the giant that came before me and whatever. That's nice. And I felt like it wasn't too similar. It wasn't like Virgil 2.0. Do you know what I mean? I felt like it was very individual. One thing that I loved the most, which is what I said in the last episode, I'm so happy that he did it, is that the little influences that he had from previous things. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys... The red jacket. You read my mind, man. He has this varsity jacket. I think it's from like his school or something. It's like Princess Anne.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I thought this was a nice touch. I thought it was a really nice touch, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was gorgeous. Did you see the front and the back?
No, I didn't see the front and the back.
Jesus.
But I think, like you said, I really like the fact that he redrew inspiration from his past and what
I thought that was so nice.
But this is what Louis Vuitton was saying, that they wanted someone that could actually bring different aspects of their life, such as music, being well-traveled, all of that type of stuff, and bring it into the brand.
Yeah. So, do you think that he moved, because you know Pharrell loves to basically take what he's done before a lot and remake it in some sort of way. Yeah. So do you feel like he took a lot of inspiration from like Human Made and brought it into this?
100%.
But
was it to the point where I was like, I'm getting tired of this, or was it to the point where you're like, okay, this is being really well done?
I wouldn't say that he took what he did in Human Made, because I think this is Pharrell. And Pharrell has applied it in all his brands.
Yeah, I don't think he's taken it from Human Made. I think Human Made is Pharrell, and Pharrell just been consistent across the board.
Cool. It's like Jerry Lorenzo. Jerry Lorenzo is...
That was a bit too far. Yeah, that's a bit too far, can't lie.
He's just not doing the work.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trainers that he's bringing out? There was a pair of
They're not
trainers
bad.
that E-Man showed me.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah,
They're not bad.
all right. It reminds me of a Nizza though.
It does. A platform.
Yeah.
So another thing that some other influences that people picked on Complex mainly, the jacket that you said that you didn't like that No Malice was wearing, the varsity jacket, they said that was like a nod to Averex.
Okay.
Which I can kind of see. But yes, please, let's just go back to the Speedy.
The bag.
Let's just go back to the Speedy. I just can't. They are just genuinely the best
They're
in
stunning.
all colours. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous, like structure of the bag. It's weird, like it's familiar. It's familiar, but it's just.
Do you know what? It definitely reminds me of when Marc Jacobs Marc
Jacobs era.
When he did that with the bags.
Yeah.
And they like Pharrell was wearing it.
Gorgeous.
Kanye West was wearing it.
Yep.
Like that's what it's bringing it back to.
You can tell it's going to be one of those standout pieces where years to come, people are going to be like, that was
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I honestly, I think it's so gorgeous, and I really like the Nano Speedies as well. I don't know if you remember. Back when I used to work at Gucci and I really wanted a Nano Speedy.
yeah.
I'm just so happy that they're back. I think I might.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This bag is going to be a big seller for Louis
I think it
Vuitton.
will sell out.
How much do you think it will be realistically?
2.5 for the
Yeah.
big maybe. But
But the big is like luggage, innit? I don't need that.
I want one of those.
I want one, though.
Yeah, I want the big one.
Just
yeah.
have it on the
I need
remote.
a luggage bag, so I would love that.
Let's see on the Rimowa.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
delicious.
Hey, a normal Speedy is 1.25.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
one's
So
probably
it's
about
going to be
1.7.
2.5 minimum, man.
Yeah, the small one will be about 1.7. The big will probably be about
2.5,
2.5,
bro.
7.
Probably pushing
It
to
as
3.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rate it a 7. I didn't really appreciate that Jay-Z was performing at the end either. I didn't
You know
really
what?
care for that.
Come off
That
it, man.
wasn't
Do you know,
needed.
I'm getting tired of seeing that.
Get
you know?
off, man.
I liked it.
No, I'm getting tired
The
of
reason
it.
why I liked it is that Pharrell, you don't really hear Pharrell singing as much, and when you heard them basically doing their thing, it was nice. It was a nice like Paris vibe. Like,
Let's give him go home, granddad.
oh no, don't.
It's like-
But he's a granddad as well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
He's not a
no,
granddad.
It's like one of those ones where you're just like, bro, like I'm
Go
tired.
home,
I'm
Seriously,
tired of
yeah.
this. I know you're cemented as like an OG, but it's not cool to me anymore. But before it was like, okay, cool, seeing JT come out, it was a very cool thing. But now I'm just like,
My thing is like Uncle we've heard.
yeah,
Sorry.
man.
Alright.
Did you
How many
see-
times you gonna hear about Blueprint? Leave me alone.
Sorry. Did you see?
2001. Fuck, you know.
Sorry. Did you see Pharrell and his wife and his son going to the Loewe event?
I did.
His son looks so cool.
His son looks very cool.
Wow.
I mean,
It
he
looks
did
like-
look cool. He was
it
just
look-
wearing sunglasses.
it's just
mate.
look- Okay, but
the Loewe sunglasses with the bucket hat with the oversized shirt and the Crocs.
What I
Are you
like is
kidding
how
me?
quirky their family are.
Yeah.
It's a very, very quirky
Yeah, I
family.
like the quirky household, but
Yeah.
ain't nothing on nothing.
No, I think it looks cool.
Maybe
And
I'm a hater, I don't know.
He had the millionaire Speedy on him too, so I was
Boy.
just like, that bag, man.
that
Brother,
bag.
brother.
But the Cuban, I think I don't like the Cuban as a.
I like it.
I think it's just too much.
No. Do you know what? Yeah, it's one of those ones where you know where
obnoxiously,
you know when Hermes have the Birkin,
Yeah.
and then they've got
The Birkin.
crocodile
The
Birkin.
Himalayan
they've
croc.
got the Himalayan.
and
Yeah,
then you got the ostrich with the diamonds.
Yeah.
That is that.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a crazy bag, and it deserves
Yeah.
to exist.
Yes.
and I'm happy it
Yeah.
exists.
I wouldn't want more of it though.
No,
I need
think-
to only be just that one.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 or 3, which is like if it falls into the resale market.
So none of the other ones are
Infamous
croc.
pieces. Yeah,
I
they're all
could
just
do
standard
with
level.
another croc. I could do with an ostrich
You think?
version. Yeah.
It's
For the baddies.
If do you know what?
For the Kylie Jenners.
If Louis Vuitton do that, it's
They're
not-
onto something.
It's not going to be a direct competition, but Hermes needs to be looking backwards.
No. I don't
think
I don't think it's a
Different
comparison
markets.
thing. Yeah, but I do think because the thing is, yeah, God rest his soul. Of course, Louis Vuitton was going down a direction that was taking them away from how high fashion they are.
Yeah.
And that is naturally because Virgil created or included streetwear, which naturally attracts a bigger crowd and means that he has to be inclusive to more people.
Yeah.
And naturally takes away from the obnoxiously high fashion element that Louis Vuitton has had for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I feel like having those exotic bags would
Bring it back.
into that direction. I just hope this doesn't sound anti-black. I don't think it's anti-black. It's
What
not
you said
really
about
what I
Virgil?
just said.
No,
Yeah.
Virgil. No, but it's like what we said in the previous episode, and Will said it as well. It
But
was
being
very
street-
blurred.
But
the lines were
being
blurred.
streetwear doesn't just align
Relate to
being
blackness.
Black. Yeah, it's
It was
streetwear's
more
a
about
whole-
like, was I basically saying that like Virgil made LV ghetto? I just had to check myself.
No, it's not. Doesn't make it ghetto.
Yeah, yeah.
Streetwear is not ghetto because streetwear is not aligned to one race.
Yes.
Number one. So I think you're definitely fine. With
Okay,
what you're
fine.
saying.
Just had to check myself there.
And I think what just add on top of what you're saying, when Virgil came out, Virgil made streetwear or created a subgenre where streetwear had a luxury side to things, and everyone wanted to adapt to that.
Yeah.
So he didn't do anything. He just brought something new to the industry, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
And Pharrell's now refined it, and yeah, man, he's doing the madness.
Shout out Pharrell, man.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out
Pharrell,
him.
man.
I don't know much about this one, but I'll let you guys talk about it. So, next thing on the list is Dior Runway Show.
Yes.
Yes.
Enjoyable from what I saw.
From what I
Yes.
could
Very
see,
very nice and different.
the platform thing that they
Yeah.
have.
I thought it was so
sick.
cool.
That was cool.
Was sick.
Do you know what?
Expensive?
Yeah, who
That's it.
cares, man? Run it up.
yeah.
I thought it was a really nice, different, maybe not like unique or innovative. I don't know, but I just thought it was a really nice touch. It's very clean and very on brand with like what I know Dior to be or what I see Dior to be, which is just clean, not too much drama. It was good. What did you think about the actual looks?
So the only look that I think
That
for me just
cardigan.
caught my eye was the cardigan, which was an homage to the it looked like what Chanel used to do with the
Yeah,
women's
the fairy sale.
the power
tweed.
suit looking tweed looking thing. So Dior's now done that, and I absolutely love it because once again that reminds me of a piece that I would see Pharrell wearing.
Yeah.
It was just one of those ones where I was like, oh gosh, if the money's Didier
Yeah.
and the size is Didier,
I think it really does remind me of like Lady Dior, Miss Dior type energy. What's that bag called? Is it called Lady Dior?
the Miss Dior bag, the small square
Is it
one.
Miss Dior or
Yeah,
Lady Dior?
Miss
Miss Dior.
Miss Dior.
Those
Is it
are
Lady Dior?
cute. I think it's Lady.
Is it Lady Dior or is it Miss Dior?
Miss Dior's the perfume.
Perfume.
The one thing I will say though is that since this phone's about to die, by the way.
Lady Dior.
Thank you.
So since what's his name? Who's the creative director?
Kim Jones.
Yeah. Since Kim Jones has come through, Christian Dior has elevated in so many ways.
Yeah.
And how can I say this? A demographic that has really gone towards Dior is a black demographic. Yeah? B30s, the trainers, the jackets. That's what I feel personally.
Okay.
Now, looking at what he's created, and yes, runway is not always the same as what's coming out in the stores, but some of the
course.
runway pieces do come out and reflect within the stores.
Yeah.
Who's buying that?
Do you know, I think I'd have to start by disagreeing with your first statement.
Okay.
A lot of black people do wear the trainers. But as far as the overall demographic for Dior, it is very much, if it's not like Middle Eastern women generally, we're talking maybe like East Asian.
I do not
Middle
see no
aged.
Asian people wearing Christian Dior.
Well, that's the thing. I do actually see quite a few. And also as well, like when I think of when I used to work in retail, when I think about who was always in Dior, black people weren't really there like that, you know. I can't even lie to you. It was definitely mainly Middle Eastern and East Asian,
But you're
middle
talking,
age.
You're talking prior to Kim Jones joining.
And really and truly, the only last
Fair.
thing I remember seeing pop from Dior like that in the clothing was the Christian Dior Atelier t-shirt that people used to get.
The Atelier
Yeah.
t-shirts,
Yeah, that was
the
what I really
jackets,
saw.
the
Your track jackets.
the-
Track jackets and
Fair.
the
the
and
Christian
the
puffer jackets,
Fair,
the
fair.
Dior 30s, the
Fair,
Dior
fair.
29s, whatever.
Fair.
When those all came into place,
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing no
Fair.
Eastern European or Asian
Fair.
people come into the store.
Sorry. I think I'm inclined to agree partially, just because that collection is still going to come out regardless
I
of,
think
like you
100%.
said, it's still going to come out regardless of this. But as far as the runway stuff, I quite like it. I like it. I'm here for it. I like how they put the print on the cardigans. I like how it kind of, it's not necessarily too masculine. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not dark
exactly.
colors. Like, it's just a bit of everything. I'm here for it.
I think one thing I can say is that going based off what Pharrell has done and looking at what Dior's doing, there now starts to look like there's a
pivot.
demarcation of this is luxury, and this is whatever.
Whatever else.
Yeah, it seems like that is what's now starting to be defined now. Because before, like I said, it felt like it was very blurred. Streetwear and luxury were very blurred. And obviously, obviously we won't know until we see what comes out online and what comes out in the stores.
Yeah.
But it seems like luxury fashion is really now trying to
clearly define what is runway and what is ready to wear.
Yeah.
And streetwear generally tends to be in that ready to wear side.
Well, in other news, something else that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not mad at it. So Future has now become the creative director of Lanvin.
Lanvin. But it's not all of Lanvin. It's the Lanvin Lab collection, which is going to be a capsule collection. Yeah. It's described as a space to dream and play. Guest design capsules to supplement the house's seasonal shows.
So,
fair enough.
So there was a statement that someone put out, and I think you sent it to us in the chat, where they were basically talking about people that go to like that modern arts or wherever it is,
Central St. Martin's,
where they study fashion and everything. Now it seems like people are spending a heck of a lot of money going into that school to study, and when they come out, they don't even have the ability to join these big brands because these brands are now going towards celebrities to become creative directors. Now, I hear that. But I still stand on the fact that the people that they're picking as creative directors, such as Pharrell, Future, and whoever it might be later on down the line, there's a lot more than that they're bringing. Yes, Pharrell did say this. I didn't go to a fashion school. I didn't go to a music school to study all of these type of things. These are stuff that I've learned. And I think life has clearly shown us that you don't have to go to school to become a creative director or to become this and that. So the fact that a lot of us are still thinking that we have to go to... I understand that society has made us feel that we have to go to school to get grades to do this, but that's not the way it runs anymore.
Okay, Pharrell and Louis Vuitton... It's completely different to Future and Lanvin.
Yeah.
By far.
Do you know the reason? Yes.
By far, leaps and bounds difference.
But I definitely still believe Future, style-wise, yes.
Be careful.
No, I'm going to stand on it and I'm going to stand on it.
Go on.
Future is still an iconic person when it comes to fashion.
You said that
I disagree.
You said that now.
I definitely
it's on wax.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, that's fine. No. And I stand on it.
Right,
I stand on it.
That's going to be in the snippet, please.
That's calm. Put it in there. I stand on it. True.
Future is only an icon for strip clubs and chicken wings. This guy... He cemented himself as that guy. That's all I remember Future for. I have never looked at Future and seen you as a style icon. I remember when you were wearing the fedoras with the bird feathers and the shambalas. Man, you're wearing the tight souvenir jackets. That was not iconic.
Thing is, it wasn't iconic. For you, no. I definitely believe there is, especially in the US. I do see. I believe a lot of people do look to Future.
A lot of people would believe.
Could I go back to your previous point about what you said about talking about the kids that were complaining from whatever?
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a shift across the board everywhere. When we got our undergraduate degrees,
we were lied to.
We were told, before we went to uni, we were told, get your undergrad. We came out of uni, they said, get your masters. You got your masters, they said, PhD time. PhD, they're still looking for jobs. Rules. Okay, so you and your Central St. Martin's, get off your damn high horse, because going to 100%. School was never going to guarantee you getting a job in the real world, and everybody learned that back when. Exactly. So pick it up. However, losing my job to Mr. FBG. I don't know about that.
I love on.
Do you know what? I hear it.
Maybe Christian Audize.
As a guest designer, I do hear it, right? Guest designer. But if we're talking about rappers, artists, he's not even top 5 in Atlanta for fashion.
Bro.
Even in Atlanta.
So fashion-wise, and take out Gunna, because Gunna would have been too easy.
Like,
but Offset wouldn't have worked in Lanvin. He would have worked in
let's focus on the fact that is Lanvin, out of everyone, It really is one of the
we
one
need
of
to
the
understand.
brand.
They're
One of the
struggling.
all-time
They're
ones.
struggling.
They might be struggling, but this is not the right path for you.
This is not the move.
This is not you.
They should have decided that when they brought out those big chunky boots with the fairy laces.
This is not you.
Niggas was feeling that.
Those shoes did well. The stable shoes.
They did well, but those shoes were a pack of ass. Are you
did
trying
well.
to tell me
It did well.
that?
It worked.
No,
It did well.
do you know?
It did
No.
well.
Okay, the mischief boots, the red boots, they did well.
No, they didn't
Doesn't
do
mean
well.
they're
That's
right.
different. That's different.
Doesn't
That's
mean
different.
they're right.
It's not
That's
right,
different.
but it's okay in it. As long as it gets
the
banged.
Lanvin shoes did well.
Do you know what? Do you know what? You guys, yeah.
They did
Look,
well.
I did not like them, just like I didn't like the Dior Converses, but it worked for the season.
It did.
Wait, is this what we're saying now?
It worked. What are you
It
talking
worked.
about?
I'm not saying it was
guys,
good.
Guys, no. Is this what we're saying right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Look, come on.
Trash.
I know that's how you feel, yeah.
Trash.
But let's actually be serious, yeah. Those Lanvin trainers, we didn't like them, but they took the nation by storm.
And they
didn't.
Yes, they did.
Everyone,
and,
their cousin had
And
that
what
shoe.
about the Balenciaga sheets? And then they were bringing out, BS all
Yo,
the time.
Triple S.
For real.
And what
No,
did we say?
not the Triple S.
Not the Triple S.
After the Triple S, the tracks, all of
shoes,
the
the
BS.
And what did we say? We said it was
it's
a pack of ass.
Yeah, we did say it's a pack of ass. But if we're talking about is Lanvin doing well? They had a hit trainer.
They did have a hit trainer.
regardless.
They did.
Cool.
And they
Cool.
did. They didn't need Future to do that. They've declined themselves.
What's he coming to do there?
Please.
It's
coming
the
to do there?
FBG.
What's he actually come to do there?
He's coming to do bits.
Future is more aligned with Saint Laurent than Lanvin.
100%.
Saint Laurent.
And the reason why,
No, he is.
skinny jeans and varsity jackets. That's
Yeah.
Future.
I hear that,
Yeah, he is.
but respectfully,
Don't
like,
come anywhere near it.
Do you know what?
Eve-
Let's
Ed Hardy.
Let's give. No,
It's
don't
where
do that.
Future is. Ed Hardy.
No, don't give him
That's
Yes.
rude.
Did you
I
not-
said
did you
it
not
today.
forget-
I
did you
said
not
it.
get- Did you not forget the Hermes Birkenstocks that he wore?
I said it.
So,
Nice.
I said it.
so
I feel like no, because I swear there was even a point that he was working with
Who?
Hugo Boss.
I couldn't
Future.
care less. You got boss. Who got boss? Who got boss?
are you
Who got boss,
seeing?
bro?
We're making the point.
No, because I know I'm going to make my point because he did what it did.
He did
work.
do Hugo
He did,
Boss, I remember.
and it did work.
But what are we talking about Hugo Boss for?
No,
We're
but
not
what I'm
doing
trying
that.
to say-
Not Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss.
Okay, I think, look, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, yeah.
Of course, and I'm standing on it.
Another thing about the fact, not even just the fact that he can't dress or he can dress, yeah, or that he's a style icon or he's not a style icon. We don't see this guy.
Oh, 100%. I get
From a
it.
visibility perspective, it makes no sense. Nobody cares about, with respect, nobody cares about Future right now.
Can I also say one more
Facts.
thing? It was him, and it was obviously Pharrell started it, but it was Pharrell and him that made that Chanel necklace popular. By the way,
Come on,
man.
We got okay. Let's
Come
talk
on,
about
man.
present day, Future. Yeah,
Right now, today.
he has no impact. Like,
Come
and you
on,
can
man.
say that same with.
No, you can't.
who?
I was gonna
Pharrell.
say, yeah,
You were gonna say
Don't be
Pharrell.
silly.
No. I think he could. No,
In the fashion world, for one.
Come on, let's
just
be
say the
serious.
fashion world for one. Okay, maybe music.
before,
Pharrell doesn't have much of an impact
before
now.
Louis Vuitton,
Fashion.
before Louis Vuitton,
He was still
before he joined Louis Vuitton.
He was still doing
was
Human
there-
Made. Human Made was doing very well.
Come on, guys.
No.
Hey, that's
Let's
what's
not
doing
do
very
that
well.
because
What are you
he's
talking about?
actually had collections upon collections.
What are you
He
talking
literally
about?
just came from Chanel. He just came and did Human Race.
Uh-huh.
He's been so closely tied with like Nigo and all the stuff that he's been doing. He's been in our faces for
you're
time.
gonna bring Nigo
what
into
about,
this.
What about Tiffany and the glasses?
You're gonna
the
bring
Vivienne
Nigo
West,
into this.
the Vivienne
I'm
Westwood
sorry.
hat.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't do
We're
that.
not
You
comparing-
can't do
we're
that.
not
You can't do
comparing
that.
Pharrell.
No, because what?
At all.
No.
No way. I won't
Okay,
accept
I
that.
can't compare Pharrell.
No, you cannot.
I can't. But the fact that you brought Nigo into this as well.
No. I'm just
Nigo.
talking about regular influences.
That ran away from Bape.
No. I'm not saying that Nigo is the person. I'm saying that Pharrell has been very closely tied with Nigo. He's been very closely tied with Bape. He's been very even outside of the
In
other
fashion,
stuff.
he's
Billionaire
been very
Boys Club. He's
prominent.
been out
Okay,
here,
that's
so it's
fair.
not the same.
That's fair, and I take that.
Let's
back.
move on to the
I take
music
that
news.
back.
Rubbish.
Next thing on the list.
Can I have a bite of my sandwich? I'm a bit hungry.
No.
My belly.
Next thing on the list is
No.
Asake released a new album.
I've been waiting for this
Wait,
music
wait.
section for a whole week.
Yeah, same. The album is called Work of Art. And guess what? It wasn't.
It wasn't a Basquiat.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't.
This album was
wasn't.
a pack of free asses.
No.
No.
I believe.
Shut up! I don't believe shit.
Yeah.
The best song on that album
Is-
is "I'm a Piano."
Oh, get out
That
there,
is
man.
it.
It's
Oh
Remember.
No.
Oh my days. Remember is an anthem.
Tobi, let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you something. Kesi played the album for me, the whole album, from beginning to end.
It's like the song never changed.
And guess what?
It didn't
Guess what?
change, no.
Let me tell you something, yeah? The only song I have on my phone is I'm a Piano. And
you
guess
not
what?
heard Remember?
No, wait. And do you know the only reason why I have I'm a Piano It's because of nostalgia from Kesi going to DLT.
How can you have nostalgia of my memory?
Did you not hear Amapiano? I mean, sorry, did you not hear Remember?
Toby, man.
Do you know what?
I don't remember shit.
I'm gonna go.
I liked Mugbe.
Mugbe was really good.
Mugbe was a treat. Man. I like that one.
Olorun was really good.
It was a great introduction.
Olorun was amazing.
Fantastic.
I love that intro. Great Guy is okay. Lonely at the Top, I've only just come around to. Remember, song of the album, sensational. Introduction, I actually like that. I Believe, I can sing that for days. And Awodi. Obviously, you've got the ones that are already there. Amapiano, Sunshine. I don't really care for that, but Amapiano was definitely one of the songs that obviously it was out
a single,
before the album came out, so it was a single. But
so
top three for me, top three is Remember, Olorun, and then I Believe.
Let me ask you a
Why
question.
are you saying I believe like that?
Because
I believe.
Let me ask you a question. Damn, terrible. Let me ask you a question. What do you rate this album out of 10?
7.
Shit.
It must be a 6.
So Mr. Money with the Vibes. What was that out of 10?
That was easy at 8.59.
No, for the fact. Let me tell you something here. For the fact that you can say work of art is a 7, and you're telling me Mr. Money with the Vibes is 8. It's 8.
8.5 or a 9.
Okay, so you give it 1.5. There's a distinct difference in quality.
I've saved like 7 songs.
Toby, you know what?
And I thought they were good songs.
That's your opinion.
Yes, it is my opinion.
And I accept it.
I enjoyed it.
But my opinion,
it's the same song, though.
It's
the same song.
And you're giving it a 7.
Yes, because I still enjoyed them.
Oh, Toby,
love
man.
all the songs.
Come on, Bled.
So let me ask you guys a question, because I was having a debate with my Music League people. Shout out you, man.
Shout out you, man.
And yeah, so the question was, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The start of Ashake's songs, how they all sound the same, yeah. So everyone's like, obviously he needs to divorce this beat.
He needs to, man. That
do you think
too much.
do you think he needs to divorce it, or do you see it as like similar to Pharrell's 4 Count?
No, that's his vibe. That's his vibe. And it's but it's similar to what's his name?
Shall I tell you why? Because if you're gonna do the 4 Count, yes, to Pharrell's 4 Count, you're gonna do that. You're gonna hear a completely different song. If you're gonna do that same count and hear the same song, you've got a bondage that needs to be broken. You need to be grateful.
You know what?
You need to break the chains.
Break it.
Break every chain.
Wait, but I feel like every artist, there's certain artists that are very versatile.
Yeah.
Gunna.
Okay. I don't know about that.
Gunna's very versatile.
We'll get onto that one. Let's stick to Ashake.
I feel like there's certain artists that do need to just stay on
their lane.
Road and lane. And the thing is, and I'm not saying that Ashake is bad. Ashake is a great artist. Great artist. This album's just pack of ass, but he's a great artist.
Okay.
But there's people like Naira Marley. You know, Naira Marley has his own genre that just stays.
Yeah.
Zlatan, just that.
I mean,
I think Ashake can do more.
Of
and
course.
I think that's why, for me, it's annoying when I keep hearing the same beat and I don't know if it's Joha, I don't know if it's Sungba.
Where are we gonna go today?
Let me ask you guys a question. So, what type of beat? Because you know this guy's very, very vibrant.
I think he's musically gifted.
I really like that
one's
slow
saying
song
he's
that
not.
he did.
Which
That
one?
slow song.
See, that's the thing. Yoga.
Toby,
See, that's the thing. Once again,
really
album
like
was
that
that
song.
one?
I don't think it was on this album.
No, it's on this album. It's on this album.
So
It's the last song.
Let me tell you something about Ashake. You've got to continue listening for you to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You have to.
You can't just listen to it the one time.
Because when Yoga first come out, I said,
And
what
this is
the
rubbish. I remember.
But now I know my way.
Do you know? Let me tell you something, kid. Let me actually tell you something, kid. Do you know how bad that is? Let me tell you how bad that is. Because when, and I have to bring other examples into the fold.
Okay.
Cool. Wizkid, yeah? Wizkid brought out 2 albums.
Yeah.
Made in Lagos and this other one that we don't know, remember
More
the name.
love, less ego.
That one.
Come on.
Cool. We listened to Made in Lagos.
Yeah.
Slapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, banger after banger.
Okay.
Then, was it?
More love, less ego.
Yeah, I was going to say More Money, Love. That one, what happened was that we listened to it.
Yeah.
We said it was trash.
Yeah.
Then we listened to it in Charles' car. We was like, oh, we can get jiggy to this.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we listened to it again. It's like, oh, it's a slow burner.
Yes.
Let me tell you something here. I understand there's certain songs that are slow burners, but an album to be a slow burner, is shit.
No, I
think that's
disagree
fair, man.
because
I feel like
even with Made in Lagos, people didn't really like it for a
first,
while.
yeah.
No, wait,
no,
what?
no. People
You
didn't
did.
like it. You liked
So
it.
did you.
Of course, I loved it.
People didn't like it. You are not the only people on this planet. Yeah, people did not like it at first. They didn't.
No, you loved it.
There were a couple of songs there. I was like,
wasn't
this is
feeling.
not bussing. But if
Yeah.
I listen to them now, they're bussing big time. So there's that. More
don't
Love,
agree.
Less Ego. It's not an album I'll ever go back to. However, the songs that I have saved, I enjoy so much. Slip and Slide. Are you insane? Deep. What? There's some good songs in there.
wait.
Bad to me.
So wait, would you?
My
do you, do you
Is it my
feel,
unique? Do you know what I mean?
I can't really ask you this question because your music doesn't really change.
Alright, go on.
You download the song,
Yeah.
and the song's gonna stay there for
stays
another
there.
20 years.
Why
so
do you
that's
do
fine.
that?
2 decades is fine.
I've got memory.
No, it's alright. So I'm gonna ask this
What's
question
your
to
memory?
Casey. I'm
Okay.
gonna
got like
ask.
200 gigs.
Sorry. I'm gonna ask Casey this question because
Go
I
ahead.
can't ask you this question
Go
because
ahead.
it's biased.
Go ahead.
Would you revert back to this album,
Asha K's album.
work of art?
Yes.
There you go. Answered.
Okay.
Answered.
Anyway, next thing on the list.
Answered.
Next thing on the list. Ghana.
Hey,
Ghana.
Ghana one.
So, as everyone knows, Ghana has gone through his trials and tribulations. He's
Wow,
gone through a lot.
baby.
My nigga's gone through a lot, man.
Yes,
I'm not gonna
sir.
lie. He's gone through
Can
a
we
lot.
still say Yazerski?
Oh, 100%.
And I think he's
Anyway,
still going through it, you know.
yeah, no, a bit,
100,000%.
No, 100%, because he don't look like the same Ghana.
100%.
Testament to this album.
I'm not gonna lie. No, what?
Yeah, Gift and a Curse, man. He
Okay.
okay.
Anyway, so this album is called Gift and a Curse.
Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't expecting anything mad because I'm not gonna lie. Like he said on these songs, I've lost quite a few millions, and we can see in the videos.
The budget is low.
We can
Even
see.
from the album cover, I said these niggas in trouble.
We can see the minimal chains and the minimal rings.
God forgive me.
I understand.
Yeah, he didn't mention drip once. He's got bills to pay.
Yeah. That's why videos are coming out.
Hey, black and
'cause
white.
it's the same album.
In the same car. Just
So-
you joking.
No, God forgive
CGI
us.
is done.
But for an album that we weren't expecting a lot from,
Yeah. It delivered and then some.
it delivered a lot.
Before
Yeah.
you say anything, how many songs did you guys say from the album?
Oh, yeah, check on my phone.
How many songs?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I could say.
How much is quite a bit to you?
Rodeo.
Okay.
One.
No, just count it. Don't say the names.
Okay,
yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You're going too
6,
far.
7,
You're going
8,
too far. You're going too
9.
You're going too far.
What are you talking?
You're going too far.
Okay, so wait.
going-
Rodeo.
It's not there,
No,
it's not-
listen. Rodeo.
Rodeo
No,
Drive.
wait. Casey, how many songs did you save yourself?
I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to look at the album and then engage it.
Okay.
But-
Fuck you mean? What?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay,
And after that, there's
one.
like 3 more.
You didn't. You
One,
didn't download
two,
Go
three,
Crazy.
4.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Ew.
You didn't download Go Crazy.
I think I've saved 5, but
That-
really I like 4.
That's
Out of-
correct.
Out of 15 songs.
That's correct.
So my take on this album. A
Fuck
Gift
you
and a
mean?
Yeah, that's how I felt when I heard it. Fuck me. This is shit. Ass booty.
The thing about this album is that this album was just supposed to be a proof of
Welcome
life,
back.
a sign of life. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was
exactly.
just supposed to say,
I'm still here.
I'm still here. I'm still working. Do you know what I mean? Is what it is.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I need that.
Need that. Yeah, like there was no talk of drip. There was no talk of threesomes. No snow bunnies. Nothing.
That was a bit, but you know.
Yeah, but not too
Yeah, not
much.
too
My
much.
baby gonna make my rich. Yeah.
Now
What
that song is a
song?
pile of shit.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
not
delete
good,
that.
man. My baby gonna make my
That was a pile of shit. So I've only got 7.
Yeah,
7
it's
songs.
still too high.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I
don't think
really,
so.
I didn't like "Fuck You Mean" at first.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit childish, but I'm I'm a bit behind it now.
Sensational.
That is his girl, you know.
It is
Is
there you
it?
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Big full on support. Yeah.
One thing about
QP ski.
Just leave the guy alone.
we'll talk about it off
Just
So
air.
you didn't like
I'm
Cash It?
sick of his
Yeah,
mess.
of course. That's one of the songs.
Yeah, what are the songs that you saved?
What's the P ski?
What are the songs that you saved?
P Angels, Rodeo Drive, Fuck You Mean, and Cash It.
So you're telling me you didn't like Bread and Bar?
Nope.
You don't like Bread and Bar? Bread and Bar is cold.
I listened to that on the music video and that was it. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Listen to Bread and Bar. No,
No.
Bread and Bar is cold.
I listened to this album.
The only song I would implore you to listen to is Bottom.
Nope.
Bottom is a good song.
I've been through it all.
No, go back to Bottom.
Do you know what? I can't.
Go back to
I
Bottom.
can't even accept it if you like work of art.
Casey likes 4 of them.
Do you know what? I don't. Casey,
There you go. What's your 4, Casey?
Casey needs her phone.
No, Casey, what's your 4 again?
Casey likes Rodeo Drive.
Or your 4 or 5?
Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, so Rodeo Drive. Sorry. Rodeo Drive, Fuck You Mean. Born Rich is the one that's on my phone, but it needs to go.
Yeah.
Bottom and Cash It.
You don't like Go Crazy?
I don't mind it, but crazy.
You're a fan of P Angels?
I got P Angels.
I don't think I like P Angels. I don't. I'll need to listen to it again.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
If you listen to P Angels,
This is the thing. I'm open to going back, but the point is for me, I never wanted this album to be good. I didn't need it to be good. It was never gonna be my favorite. It was never gonna replace One Hour. That's fine. He's just come out of prison. Do you know what I mean? He's just come home.
Yeah,
okay.
Just needs to get the money on the books.
Exactly. So that's not my concern. He shouldn't be running to release videos. All right. We know you need the cash.
Yeah.
Big man, chill.
Slow
no
down.
one's watching all of that. You must relax.
I've seen a few videos go to 1.5 million.
And that's nice.
I'm really happy for him, and I hope he continues to eat. But
boy, oh boy,
No, but honestly, he gotta eat.
yeah, he really needs to eat. That's fine. Big shout out to him.
But yeah, tell me,
we talk
Twitter.
about- Yeah.
Tell me now.
What?
You said Fuck said something about him on Twitter. I want to know right now.
No, we're not there yet.
No, I want to know.
We're not there yet.
I want to know. It's about Gunna.
Sorry.
It's about Gunna.
Not there. Okay,
We're not there.
that's fine.
All right. So next thing on the list. I don't know if you listened to it.
Yeah, I did. Open and shut.
Yes. Oh, that's fine. So, sorry, Toby. Killer Mike. Yeah, an artist that I didn't know of.
I know.
Wasn't aware of.
But I just listen.
Released an album called Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't. How did I listen? No. So you told me about Andre 3000 being on a song with
being on a
Future,
song
and
with
we thought it was Andre 3000 song, but it was actually Killer Mike's song. So I listened to that, and I was like, damn, interesting.
Nice.
I downloaded it. Then I started to go through the album, and I was like, this is actually a solid body of work.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
How many songs have I downloaded from Killer Mike's album?
6.
6 songs.
Yeah, I downloaded 2.
Which songs did you download?
The Andre 3000 song. Actually, no, and Money. No, that's different. I'm sorry. Exit 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exit 9.
Yeah,
and
which you
Slumber.
downloaded.
So you didn't download Run?
No.
Run is cold.
I listened to it. No.
Oh
Slumber.
my goodness, Run is cold.
I downloaded Slumber.
You didn't download High and Holy?
No, man.
Oh, I
was listening to it. It's just too much of a rap album. I'm not
Well,
listening to that,
clearly
man.
this is an album that MBT would like to recommend
Thank
to
you.
y'all.
Yeah.
It's a big rap album.
I definitely recommend you guys to listen to it. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a different type of music.
Let's go to the main event.
No, wait. It's a different type of music.
Let's go to
but
the main event.
It is what it is.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
So, another album that came out was Amare.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Now, wait. Because Kesi, no, don't make that noise. So, we're coming back from Top Golf, yeah? And Kesi played Amare's album.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the album,
Crazy.
give me your ratings out of 10.
8.
Okay.
Oh,
What's your
brother.
rating out of 10?
I'd say about 7.5.
That album is a 6.
No. Come on, man. You're being harsh
What are
today.
you talking
No.
about?
You're being
man?
so harsh today.
Wait, no, I'm not being harsh.
You
It's
are.
real. Do you know what, yeah? I'm being so real. The reason why the album was a 6, out of the whole album, I downloaded how many songs? I think 3 songs.
How many songs is the album? There are a total of...
There's like 11 or something like that.
No,
14
there
tracks.
are 14 songs.
tracks.
Yeah, 14.
And me, personally, those 3 songs that I downloaded were the best songs on the album.
Okay, I'm going to have to drop it down to a 7.5. I've downloaded less than half.
Yeah, 7.5 I think is a good one because the songs are... There wasn't one song there that I was like, this is pants. But there were songs there that I was like, these aren't for me. Yeah.
There were some standout songs too.
And the standout songs were amazing.
And the
So
standout
what are the
songs-
songs that you saved, Toby?
Sociopathic Dance Queen. Yeah. Disguise. Disguise. Nuts. Absolutely crazy.
We missed, sorry.
Oh.
I have been saying there's something about Disguise that speaks to me on a spiritual level. I think the song's so sexy. It's just
nuts. Absolutely. Big stepper.
yeah, it's fly. It's really, really good. Princess Going Digital is gonna do numbers.
Princess Going Digital
Mark it
is
on the wall.
crazy.
Princess Going Digital is gonna do beats.
Reckless and Sweet is on there, and Coaster.
You haven't said Aquamarie Loves Ecstasy yet.
So. There's a few songs which I said I can't lie, it can't be saved.
So
Sex,
Aquamarie
violence, and
loves.
suicide is one of them. I
Oh,
couldn't
brother,
save it.
brother, I don't want to save
said
that
no.
shit.
I said no way.
God forbid.
And Come Home to God, because I was bouncing you and I was like, what's the name of this song?
Yeah, what's
I said,
yeah. No.
Let's back
Forget
track.
it.
What's
I
the
don't
name-
want
wait,
to
what's the name of the
poison.
song? Come Home to God.
Aquamarie Loves Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the song?
Yes.
Do you remember how it goes?
Uh-huh.
It sounds like something
Yes, it sounds like, oh, gosh.
It sounds like Koji Radical song.
with Cash-tastic.
Yes.
Yes. It's the same beat.
Can't respect it.
It's the same beat.
Stolen.
I think they're pals, and she just, liked the beat and took the beat.
Yeah.
6-7 type situation, section boys and them man there.
What I can say is that there was definitely what's the, I want to say in the right way so I'm not disrespectful, but there's a bit of
an
influence from the Asian culture in this album.
Yeah.
And me personally, I didn't like it.
Yeah, the use of samples was
I didn't like it.
I'm not laughing because you didn't like it. I'm laughing because you went like this.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
all.
like it.
The influence of the type of sound was very South Asian, heavy on that sort of sound.
But it's not her type of. That's her type of style and look, isn't it?
It's not so much. It wasn't. It has never been this prominent until this album.
was loud.
It's loud.
But her style is that like indie Afrobeat kind of
Ulte, innit?
Yeah.
But Ulte doesn't generally extend to South Asian samples and
fair.
sounds.
That's fair.
It was a resounding sound of like, I don't know what instrument it is. But
I like the rock track though.
I never mind her rock tracks, to be fair.
Thought that rock track was pretty cool.
Yeah, I never mind her rock tracks.
Banging my head inside the car while I'm driving.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like a lot of the samples. So the songs that I didn't like it because of the samples that were used.
Yeah.
It was like Timbaland on steroids. That's a bit much for me. So yeah. Cool.
Overall,
all right.
I enjoyed it.
That's it.
I enjoyed it. And I really like that Amaray was able to give us a project that was not more enjoyable, but that was as enjoyable, even if it's a little bit less, than the one that she did before with Jumping Ship and that man. I can't remember what it's called.
Now, comparing that to what she gave us today.
That album's better for sure.
Of course, The Angel You Don't Know, that's what it was called.
I really do like Fountain, maybe.
Yeah.
Me too. Shout out her, man.
Yeah. Anyway, next thing on the list. So, Gunna Wanna's head honcho. Young Thug. In his cell, he was able to release an album.
And I want to know I want to understand how that happened.
Let me just say one thing. Yeah, the logistics is mad, but he's on that phone. The album for me, out of 10, was a 5.
That was a 2-pack of ass.
What did you rate Gunna's? Sorry. What did you rate Gunna's again?
I didn't give Gunna's a rating.
Go on, give it a rating.
If I was to rate Gunna's, probably like a 7.5.
Ooh, 7.5, brother.
What the heck?
Yeah,
That's
7.
6.
Crazy.
Coming from you guys giving Amaray a 7.5.
Because Amaray's album was actually better than Gunna's and more songs were saved.
Well,
all right.
you can't really compare
One thing
them.
I can say about Young Thug's business, his new album.
That's a pack of ass.
You need to come home, sir.
Whoever looked after this while you were inside did not help.
It was Metro Boomin.
Yeah, it was executive produced by Metro Boomin.
You're not getting money on your books for this
Metro,
one.
yeah. You gotta come home.
All I'm gonna say
You
is
gotta
that
go home.
I downloaded 2 songs on the album.
I deleted everything.
Get go.
I downloaded Parade in Cleveland.
Go. Actually, no. Money on the Dresser.
Parade on Cleveland, though.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
Hey. Cars Bring Me Out.
Yeah, Future.
Yeah.
Woo! The flow on that was mad.
It was mad.
I just kept Money on the Dresser. I like
Money on the Dresser.
When I
Money
heard
on the Dresser.
Yeah.
But doesn't it sound like have you seen that meme where Timbaland's showing Jay-Z a song and it's like BS That's what that song was. I'll show it to you after. So, Money on the Dresser. The beat was not acceptable.
This song started, and I was like, this is a bad god. I went to go look at the name and the artist said it's feature. I said, oh, hell to no.
Which one?
Hellcat Kenny. Oh my days. Have you heard that song? No. With Uzi.
Oh, Hellcat Kenny. I liked Uzi's verse though.
Crazy.
Uzi's verse was yes.
We've got to put that.
Hellcat's a car though, so it's light, man.
No, but Uzi's on it, and I'm not listening to Uzi.
True.
That guy is baby.
The songs that I saved Parade on Cleveland. I didn't say Money on the Dresser, but I do enjoy it. Cars Bring Me Out. With
so
Future.
cold.
Uncle M. Uncle M is a good song as well.
Really?
Yeah, Uncle M is a good song. And You Went with Drake as well. Half and half. I like it. And yeah, I think I like Hoodie as well. B-Slime and Lil Got It, but
Travis Scott butchered Abracadabra.
Yeah,
that guy's butchering everything that he's on.
I said, what were you doing?
All
over the place.
And then it's different. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have access to the audio tune. I don't know. Something was
maybe they didn't put it into the system.
Something was up. Yeah, it didn't go through.
So yeah, tell us about Young Thug.
Young Thug tweeted for the first time in a long time, and all he said was,
"What's up, my brother?"
That's
you did
pushing
that very
Peter.
well. pushing Peter.
Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Pushing
I
Peter
think
the
that
Skeeter.
part is important before I
Yes.
get onto the tweet, yeah? So on Parade on Cleveland, he was talking to Drake on the collect call, and he was like, Drake was like, what are you saying? Da, da, da. And he was like, yeah, I'm pushing Peter than
Sweeter.
sweeter, more completer
To any
than
Peter.
any Peter pusher around.
Yeah.
Who else was pushing P? There's only one pushing P.
come
Why
No,
would
no,
you
but-
say that?
Do you know what?
about that? He
What
just
was
said-
your aim?
No, because you remember pushing P back then was a thing where they were like anybody could be P.
Pushing P.
Yeah, but context now. There's
I don't
only
think-
one
I don't-
No, no,
nigga
no, no,
pushing
no, no,
P.
no, 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 no.
Back then,
you-
it wasn't
that was a
exclusive.
stretch.
It wasn't
That was a
exclusive to
stretch.
them two.
It wasn't exclusive to Gunna, 100%, but in the context of everything that's happening, where he currently is, his case, why are you
It's a
saying that
stretch.
you're pushing more P than
Casey,
any
Casey,
Peter
because
Because
around?
they're basically saying that anyone else is pushing P.
It's
I'm
like-
pushing P
it's
more.
like me and
That's the
Toby
whole
doing
idea
thing,
of pushing P.
and it's like me and Toby making the pushing P song, and I say I'm pushing like
More than anyone else is out here pushing
it's
P.
like you two
Casey,
making
come
the
on,
pushing P song,
stretch.
and then one of you goes to jail, God forbid,
Nah, Casey,
and then
no.
one of you gets out, and then he that's in prison says, I'm pushing more P than Peter
Casey,
could ever push.
She just had a half moment.
How
of no
much
idea.
wood could a woodchuck
Casey,
wood?
Yeah,
let me tell you
Let
how
us
much.
know in the
Let me tell you
comments.
how much you stretched. You did the splits. That's what.
Yeah.
That was the stretch.
I don't think so.
And
I'm
you
not
yawned
the-
as
I'm
well.
not-
I'm getting
I'm not the
tired.
only person that says that.
I'm getting tired of people just adding conflict to nothing. There's nothing to see here. You know, this is a move along situation.
Yeah,
There's nothing
I
don't
to
don't
do that.
know.
Wait, tell us about the tweet.
Yeah.
All right, the
Michael's so
tweet
excited.
literally said there's nothing to be excited about. It literally just said, oh, and by the way, the song was 6 years old. That's it. We don't know what song he's talking about. We don't know what's what. My thing is, though, if you can tweet that, you can tweet more than you've been tweeting. You ain't said shit.
But maybe he's
he
not
hasn't
allowed
said
to.
anything about Gunna. He's done nothing. He said nothing. You brought out a whole album.
Maybe there's
bro.
nothing to be said.
There's obviously something to be said. We the people, well, not me, because I'll listen to Gunna regardless, but there are a bunch of people who are like, I don't feel comfortable listening to Gunna until I know that it's been cleared
Well, they're stupid.
by
number
Young
one.
Thug.
What the heck is Young Thug holding their hand or something?
100%.
You guys are dumb, number one. Dumb,
So
stupid.
until he says
Weirdos.
that confirmation.
I'm not going to eat my food till Young Thug says I can eat.
No, I think
Starve then.
No, that's
I think people have got a lot of loyalty towards
Yeah, loyalty to who, man? That guy don't know you.
to music.
to
He
Young
doesn't. He
Thug.
don't know you.
Loyalty towards Young Thug in his situation.
So why are they not in court with him?
This is like the
Rubbish,
East Coast,
man.
West Coast nonsense
It's
that
so
happened years
dumb.
ago, man. You guys are backing
I'm
nothing.
telling you, every single person.
You're backing nothing.
No, because I'm not gonna lie. Since the trial, we have spoken openly about what's going on in the trial. We have never said I'm not listening to Gunna because Thug is in jail.
Oh, he tweeted twice, you know.
And what's the second tweet say?
No, so the first tweet, okay, I think he's clearing up something. I think there was a lyric that was going around and people thought that he said something that he didn't say.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to find out for you. Keep on talking, guys.
Anyway, yeah. So what was I saying?
I just you were talking about
Yeah,
us
about
saying
Gunna.
that we're signing Gunna
Now,
over.
look, if you like an artist, cool. I understand what the guy's going through, but I will listen to him. When I eventually hear that, okay, cool, that you did this or you didn't do this, then I'll make a decision. If I still like your music, I still like your music.
How are you guys joining beef and feuds that have nothing to do with you?
Leave it.
Okay, so
That
basically,
postcode wars.
before the phone died, I managed to get some research. Basically, there was a song that Young Thug did with 21 Savage, and there was a line there about Saweetie,
Oh, okay.
apparently, but he confirmed by saying it said her name is Saweetie. I said Sweetie, like normal Sweetie.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, and also that song's 6 years old. So
Oh, mad. Okay.
Hashtag business is business.
Yeah,
Shout
but
out,
yeah,
dog.
yeah, but overall, it's all right.
Gunna whacked his bum though.
Yeah, no,
Gunna
no.
whacked his
Yeah,
bum. If
yeah,
we're
yeah.
comparing
Album was
albums, his bum was slapped.
That album was terrible. You shouldn't have dropped that.
Yeah, no, that
Business,
yeah, but
business.
it is what it is. Business.
Business,
Anyway,
indeed.
next thing on the list. So, Stormzy and Fredo. Yep, release a song. It's Stormzy's song. The song is Toxic Trait. Now,
Haven't heard it.
you haven't heard it?
No.
You don't need to.
Okay.
So, there's a thing going around that Stormzy's music is...
It's not going around. I said it, okay? I said it and everybody agrees.
Stormzy's-
And that point is that Stormzy, yeah, for the amount of songs that he has made, the amount of songs that are actually listenable, the ratio is too low.
Yeah.
He's not making music that people want to listen to. I'm sorry. And I don't know
agree.
how he's been getting away with it for so long. And how he's as big as he is. And he deserves every single thing that he's got.
100%.
And he's amazing in his own right. And he's a great person. and whatever. And he's a great celebrity. Everything he's doing is working for him. God bless his life. I'm happy he's where he is. However,
the music is not making
the
sense.
listenability.
Nah.
The new album that he came out with, though, to be fair, there was some nice songs on there that I really enjoyed.
They were. The song that was still on my phone from that album, one song.
But just the one?
Yeah.
There were a couple of songs. The one with that girl, Arya Starr.
Yeah, I've downloaded about 3 or 4 songs from the album, but we need to focus on the topic here. Yeah. Stormzy, as a whole, like I said, for the height that this guy is at right now, it does not get justified. It doesn't get justified. I'm still trying to understand how you're still making money.
I don't understand.
Because if you listen to this song, and it's something that Stormzy's been doing recently, and the thing is, I hear it. I'm all in for, you know what, yeah, I'm here. You guys are not on the same level as me. But there's a way of doing it. Someone that did it very well, because I'm not gonna lie, and obviously I sent it to you guys. The Fecky video,
yeah,
I watched it. I was like, okay, you're at this level and you're talking shit, and it's good. It's a good song. The Stormzy and Fredo song for me was meaty.
But he has done that recently with that Mel Made Me Do It song.
That wasn't great as well.
No, it wasn't. It
wasn't.
Let me land. It was him talking about I'm the money guy. This is me, and you're there. The song for me hasn't got replayability or.
I don't even. If you play that song now, I wouldn't be able to know what it is.
I couldn't identify it
at all.
I feel like he's done that well in terms of him talking about this is me. Hey,
no, he hasn't.
I think he talks shit well.
He does.
I think he talks his shit well, but the songs aren't good.
No, but the thing is, for you to talk your shit well, for example, if Dave talks his shit well, we're gonna listen to it. Stormzy, I'm not listening to you.
I think you're putting 2 points together. I think he talks his shit well. Lyrics wise, I like what he's saying. Man said if I see you wearing the same kettle as me, I'm putting that kettle in the safe because you made it bait. It's nice. It's very fun. Like it's fun. I like the beat. Do you know what I mean? Like I can get behind the way that Stormzy talks shit. What I can't get behind are the shit songs. It's not acceptable.
But the thing is, what we're doing right now is we're picking a lyric out of a song.
Fair.
Well, no. Well, yes, definitively that's what we're doing. But talking shit and having a good song aren't the same thing. But if you're talking to me about this person flexes well, I'll say they flex well, but the song isn't good.
Do you know what? And I'm gonna do this example. There's people that can flex. I can wear a Rolex. I can wear a Fendi jacket and all that type of stuff. Put it together, it's a pile of shit, and it's still a pile of shit, regardless of what you got going on. So,
I don't think that's the same thing.
All right,
we're talking about two different things because if I said to you with that shit outfit that person put on with all the stuff, do you like his watch? You will say I like his watch, regardless of the rest of the outfit.
Fair.
That's the point.
Fair.
Thank you.
Fair.
So back to
good.
Good.
Yes. Touche.
Game set match.
Checkmate, little nigga. In regards to the song, one thing that I will say, which we haven't touched on, is Fredo.
You should call it quits, right?
Brother!
Been saying that for a while now.
He's playing a sport that he cannot play no more.
I can't lie, he was rapping like Blueface on that song.
B with a C with a B with D.
The beat was here. He was
quay. Fredo is a businessman now.
They told me, do you like me? I said, babe, don't call me. They call me. I don't let the bitch stay. I gotta go my own way. We are in trouble.
Let me tell you something, Ken.
I said beat bop bop.
As a whole, because we need to skip, it was just terrible.
Yeah, we've got to move on. Oh my God, look at the time. Yeah. Why do we keep doing this?
This was terrible execution. Wow. But let's get to the main episode.
Yes, please. Thank you. Do you want to bring it over? I thought you were going to put it in the middle there.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the middle.
Thank you. So, guys, last week, as you remember, we mentioned that we wanted to talk about a special music episode, which is why we had the vinyls. But, the news has been too much, similar to today. Yeah. So, we're going to rein it in now and talk about the topic that we wanted to talk about, which is about our love of music. Music.
But specifically, it's UK music.
Yes, we're talking about UK music today. This was mainly based off of the fact that J Hus had dropped his 2 singles, Who Told You and It's Crazy. And we just wanted to chat about the state of UK music.
And Dave and Central C.
And Dave and Central C brought out their EP as well. That EP was called...
I said UK rap, but it wasn't called UK rap. It was just a song.
Can't remember now.
Something like
Come
that.
and gone like a fart.
Hey, out it goes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna skip the first question because I think we spoke on that last week.
That's fine.
No,
Did we? No, we didn't.
Okay,
we did. We did because I said, where do we stand?
What with Jay Huss?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did talk about it.
we did.
We did.
We did.
I mean,
we did.
we can run it back if you want to.
Yeah,
We
it will be.
I think
we can do
should.
a quick file.
Quick
Yeah,
fire, yeah.
All right then, guys. So, are we still listening to Jay Huss anymore? For those who don't know, we are all three of us are Christians.
Yes.
And we are practicing Christians.
Yeah.
I am a pastor's daughter. We take God seriously.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Okay. Now, with that being said, are we listening to Jay Huss anymore? As convicted Christians, can you separate the man and the music?
For me personally, since he released those songs and I listened to them, I haven't listened to Jay Huss. I can't listen to Jay Huss.
Yeah. Yeah. I said I won't listen to you again last week. The last episode. I stand by that. But it's not easy. It's not easy, and the reason why is because I'm a fan of music, number one. I have to say I'm a fan of music. I did say last episode that when the album drops, I won't listen to it. I can't lie. I don't want to lie. I probably will listen to it once, just to hear what's going on there. Just so I can talk about it on the pod. Wink, wink.
Okay, for research purposes.
For research purposes.
Got it.
But for real, if we're going to be honest, I cannot listen to that guy like that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
It doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, I am learning to remove myself from artists which are
Pause. Do you want to blow your nose?
yeah.
And then we can redo your point. There you go.
Damn.
There's the steroids. Let it out, sir.
Yeah, man. That's got a bit of nos behind it.
Hey.
It's a V8.
I can hear it.
Yeah. So let me just drink some water. I'm parched.
Did you have a question that you wanted to ask this episode?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Go
getting
back.
to a point where I am trying my best to.
Sorry, could you say that again?
I said I'm getting to a point where I'm trying my best to
don't worry.
remove songs which are obviously people are going to always say that secular music, like there's not really much you can do about that, and you should cut it out completely. That's not going to happen for me. But I am getting to the point where I am trying to move anything for me that doesn't sit right in my spirit, and that is the best I can do at the moment.
Yeah, 100%.
You know. So if it doesn't sit right with me in my spirit, then I'm not going to listen to it. Jay Huss for me is one person that doesn't sit right with me in my spirit, for sure. Once again, Lil Uzi doesn't sit right with me in my spirit, so I don't listen to him anymore. There's obviously some other artists that people would be like, oh, but they're talking about this and that. At the moment, my spirit is okay with it, so I'm cool. Fine.
Yeah, until you hear otherwise.
I know, and unfortunately that's well, it's not unfortunate. It's just the way that I work right now.
It's just the way you're built.
Okay, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So that's my take on it.
What about yourself?
I feel similar. I think one thing as well, yeah, it's like we can't say that we're not going to listen to Jay Huss because he brought out It's Crazy. But if you hear Cucumber or Big Conspiracy or anything from those
exactly.
two albums, you're banging them. We were literally in HMV looking at vinyls. He was like, we must get Big Conspiracy. It's classic. So it's like, and this is not just an indirect to you.
It's not just indirect. It's the way it is.
It's just the way that everybody acts and everyone thinks about Jay Huss. Like, if we're talking about that, we're not going to listen to Jay Huss. It can't just be the songs where he's talking about a bunsum or he was saying the
This
devil
guy
in me,
has
the demon in me. Do you know what I
screamed the
mean?
devil
Like
too many times.
if that's what he's saying he's on, then that means you have to cut him out
completely.
Completely.
Cold turkey.
For me personally, I think I'm similar to Toby. I have never believed in separating the man from the music ever. I don't believe in that. I think that's BS. I think it's ridiculous. And I think that I won't put as much effort as I used to check in on what Jay Huss is doing. So if the album comes out and there's a song that everyone's talking about, maybe I might go and listen to it. Or like Toby said, I might just listen to it once just so I know like what's what, so I don't feel out of the loop, say. But as far as like going back and listening to Jay Huss, I don't actually have that much Jay Huss on my phone.
Same.
I think I've only got Cucumber from Big Conspiracy from the album.
Yeah.
It's not to say that's the only song I like. That's a great album. But I'm not going to go and chase and be like, oh, damn, I really want to listen to Dark Vader. It's not that. If I hear him outside, I'm not cowering away or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to search to go and
100%.
to go and do it.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie, the song that he released with Drake, like I said, it's going to pop outside.
Yeah.
And if I hear it
Yeah.
outside, I'm going to
You
sing
can't do nothing
outside.
about it.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
leave
yeah.
yourself in the room.
I think you said it the best way. I'm not going to go and check for this guy. I'm not going to actively search to find his music.
Yeah.
It's just one of those ones. If I stumble, like for example, yeah, you both said two correct points. Is when he releases the album, I will listen to the album to see what he's saying. But I'm not going to actively take in his music like that, because I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, after hearing the first song, I was like, you've chosen what side you're on.
Yeah. And it's so blatant as well.
I can't, like, I can listen to the album and leave it there and go outside, for example, like an event, J House, not J House, so Jay's Link Up, DLT and whatever, and go and listen to it and hear it. Cool. I'm not coming home and sitting down and listening to that in my AirPods.
Yeah, I would never listen to J House like on my.
Like it's a different type of vibe.
By the way, slightly off topic. Ashake better be careful too. He said one line in the album.
What did he say?
I can't remember the line, but it was some good.
I told Kesi that guy's spiritual, man. Yeah, he doesn't have a religion.
Yeah.
He said something along the lines of "Mr. Money with the vibe till the devil calls me home" or something like that. No joke. He needs to be careful that one.
Yeah, no, he's spiritual. He's spiritual.
Yeah, man. I said, whoa.
Rema said something as well.
Yeah,
actually, Rema said something in either Charm or the Soweto remix.
It was Soweto remix where he referenced a deity or
the little demon.
Yeah, what you guys need to understand,
yeah, man.
From the time that we went to the concert, and I saw that he was standing on top of a church, and the church had the women inside the church naked,
and it was an upside down cross.
No, it was right way up.
It was right way up.
Right. It's just that the church was.
If it was upside down, you think I'm still gonna be in that place?
Come on, man. I'm backing out. What the heck?
I'm not backing out, but it's a bit mad.
Are you kidding me?
I'm saying we gotta go now.
If that cross was upside down,
what?
I'm telling you, that guy is doing a ritual in that place.
I'm out.
Kidding me?
You're crazy.
Are you kidding me? And you're still gonna be standing there listening to music?
I can't lie. The church thing
Each for their own
was a big stretch. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It threw me off.
I didn't think it was a church. I thought it was a house, but I guess with the cross, I just didn't think it through at all.
And then
that's what they bank on.
Booty bounce on the roof
on the church.
Mate. Anyway, so
crazy dog.
The standard of music in the UK. Yeah. J Hus has released these two songs. Dave and Central C have come out. Skepta is releasing snippets of music here and there. You saw the video that he did with Clint. Yeah. More people are coming out. Potter Papers released his album. Stormzy's doing his shit on that side. I have to say this because I'm not gonna lie, the video was so cold. Fecky's released his music right now.
What's the song?
Let it go, man. This is a personal thing.
I'm not gonna lie, that song.
Let's move on.
Anyway, so what is your thoughts on the standard of music that's coming out of the UK right now?
So when we wrote these questions down, I definitely would say that I had a much stronger and different opinion to what I have currently. At the time, I thought that the standard of UK music had dropped to an astronomically low level. I don't necessarily feel that way now. I feel like there are certain artists who are getting away with murder. And I feel like there are certain people who are being put into the spotlight, and it's not necessarily, their success is not in correlation with their talent and what they're giving us. Yeah, it's inflated. And I'm not really here for that. However, I do think that there are quite a few artists who are doing good things in the UK. Potter is one. Little Sims is one. Do you know what I mean? There are a few. But do I think that the overall standard of UK music has dropped? In some places, yes.
You're right. I feel like a lot of UK music right now is inflated chicken. It's water chicken, as that likes to say.
What?
So my dad says this thing that chicken in places like Sainsbury and all of that, that they fill it with water for it to look like it's full. But when you get home and you put it in and you actually cook it,
the water comes out and get this chicken bomb. It is water chicken. I don't mind some water chicken. It's just overly inflated food that's been sent out to us to eat, and we're just gobbling it up because there's nothing else that's out there right now. And you're right, there are select few artists which are doing well. Do they carry the whole of the UK? Hell to no, unfortunately. And the only reason why they don't carry the whole of the UK is because the water chicken artists are the ones that have the limelight right now, unfortunately. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Dave. I think Dave's a good artist, definitely. Have I got a lot of his songs on my phone? No. Central C, I hear that he's a good artist. Has he a lot on my phone? No.
I hear it.
He's not for me. Stormzy, he's not on my phone. Is he a good artist? Who else is out there that's the water chicken artist?
Fredo
doesn't count, man.
Why not? Why doesn't he count?
He's a businessman.
No, he doesn't count as a rapper anymore. I'm not gonna
don't discredit him as a rapper. He's no. He's just not part of the limelight anymore.
That's what I'm saying. For example, this is what I'm saying. Like, Anthony Joshua is a boxer. but he's a businessman. Like, you've chosen what side you're on.
No, I would still call him a boxer. Your examples today are crazy.
Sorry,
my
you've
guy.
chosen what side you're on. Yeah,
No.
he's a boxer.
Just because Fredo has kick game and he has a brow music.
Let me
That's
tell you the
what he's
reason.
a
Let me
rapper.
tell you the reason why I had to say that.
Is Jay-Z still a rapper?
No, he's a businessman.
Long. When was the last
a businessman.
blueprint?
Yeah, so why the heck was he Louis Vuitton singing?
Sit down. So, what?
Sit
So, artists out there, because I did have a list of artists, and they've just disappeared. But who was in? There was Heady One on there. There was Skepta on there. There was who else on there? Oh man, I had a whole bunch of people.
Am I bugging or are we starved of music? Because
We
when
are
I'm
very
even
starved.
thinking
I'm
about
hearing
like
Heady One, and I'm like, he hasn't brought a song in a while.
Martin Sofa cannot count.
No, it can't count. But this is the thing, yeah. Right now, the way music has completely changed. People don't need to bring out music on a regular basis anymore.
But they were though,
No.
and I'm talking about up until like a year or two ago.
I agree.
No, I don't think it was even up
hearing songs every other
because during COVID, when COVID happened, I think music was definitely impacted a lot because people couldn't go to the studio, people couldn't record music and all that type of stuff. There were only fortunate people here and there that were able to release music. That was it.
Okay.
So, what? You don't agree?
I'm listening.
So,
It's very cold.
yeah, it's very cold.
I'm freezing.
So-
I'm freezing.
For me, I wouldn't say that's the reason why music is the way it is right now. I don't know what's in the air. I don't know. I don't know. But all I can say, people are taking longer breaks. People are taking lunchtime very seriously right now instead of
They
them
are.
going to fucking work.
Yeah, I can't lie. Lunchtime recess has been on for a minute.
Mate!
Because even like when I think of, so one of the things that we wanted to talk about when we're talking about the standard of UK music dropping is like lazy samples and things like that. And the rappers who used to use lazy samples, RD being one of them, haven't heard him for a while.
Who?
RD. Have you seen this day?
Oh.
Buddy.
Okay.
My guy.
H?
H. I was going to say, where's H? What? Central C came and what?
Everyone ran and
But do you know what?
ESP done.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
God
but
forgive me,
that's
sorry.
crazy.
my fault.
do you know what? But do you know something? Something I will say. Something I will say. Yeah, in the UK,
Sorry.
and maybe it's because of how small our country is. But if I was to compare America, yeah, America, you can have multiple artists
yeah.
out
So
and
there's
multiple
only
artists
space
are
to sort them
popping.
out.
Yeah.
But in the UK, it definitely feels like that there's only enough space, and I'll say 5 spaces.
For around Mount Rushmore enough.
Yeah,
Mount
that artists are actually that it's 5 at a time.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So right now, Central C is doing a madness.
Well, it looks like he's taking about 3 spaces. Who else
Yeah.
is there?
Boy, Dave ain't even taking his space as well.
Dave is
This
gone.
guy just came to just talk and come back out.
He's getting away with murder low key because he brought not murder because he's doing it. He's paid his dues, but like the album came out when last year.
I don't.
I was
remember,
I was dropping Destiny to uni, so maybe
years
October. October last year, maybe
I don't know, man.
October last year. Let's say, and then he brought out an EP in May. Man, it's all right. He's
Yeah,
doing.
it's not bad. He's still there.
He's doing okay. 6 months ish.
The thing is with me, with Dave. Dave is a great rapper. Great rapper, lyrical, yes.
Do you think we're missing visibility?
What do you mean by seeing him?
Yeah.
No, because do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. We see Dave.
Yeah.
We see Dave. Dave
Right.
is. If we're not seeing Dave on his own page, we're seeing Dave on everyone
seeing
else's
somewhere.
page.
Yeah,
we
he's
see
about.
Dave with Clint. We see Dave with Central C. We
He's
see
about.
Dave with Stormzy. We see
Yeah.
Dave with everyone else
Yeah.
except for himself. But as much as Dave is a great artist,
Yeah.
great. I can't even say that.
He is a great artist.
No. He's a very, 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 very good artist.
I think you're being so unfair.
I think you are too.
You think so?
I think you're
Yeah, I
being
think you
very
Okay,
unfair.
all right. So Dave is a great artist.
Yes.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't gravitate towards Dave, and that's probably the reason why I'm saying he's a good artist. Like I said, he's lyrical, he's talented, he's very talented, but there's just something that isn't clicking with Dave.
I think different artists have different things, and I think you guys have shown what sort of UK music
You listen
you
to.
like.
Which is what the thing. I don't
What
know
type of music?
Maybe not
like
you.
What type of music do I like?
For you, it's very much like get your money. I'm quiet, but when I want to flex, I want to talk about like I'm up. Do you know what I mean? Fecky sort of energy.
She said that you are rich dad poor dad.
No, I didn't
Rich Dad
say
Rich Dad Poor
that.
Dad is Stormzy. What are you talking about?
No, Rich Dad, Poor Dad in UK music would be like G Fresh if he was still rapping.
That's my type of
You
music,
can't use G Fresh like that, man.
Well, that's his type of music. So my point has been made.
It's more like Blade Brown.
No.
I'm joking. Okay, not Blade Brown. That was a bit. Okay, what's that other?
He has to be this rapper that you're thinking of. Who?
What's the guy who begins with R?
Used to be staircases and alleyways. Rimsey.
Yeah, Rimsey. And I don't listen to Rimsey.
That's Rich
Used to
Dad
be
Poor Dad.
staircases and alleyways. That's what you mean.
Why?
Yes, it is. Jogging.
Oh, it's his song. It's song. Why is the one song?
Yeah, but that's definitely the music that you enjoy, and that's not the energy that Dave exudes.
What happened to Nines?
What happened to him?
I don't listen
Is he
to
not up
Nines.
there?
No. Nines is not up there. Do you know what? After Crop Circles,
All the circles, man. All of them crop circles there.
Bruh,
I think his time is
It's gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's enough now.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie. That type of rap, it doesn't work anymore.
I don't mind hearing that type of rap, yeah, but I don't want to hear it from you anymore, dog. You're so old. It feels like God forgive me. And maybe it's not that. Maybe I'm chatting rubbish, but like
I feel like you might be, you know, because who's gonna take over from that?
it needs to be
so many
somebody
other
else that's
rappers,
selling
man.
drugs, Toby. That's the truth.
The younger artists, they are doing the spin around.
What's that supposed to be? Stiff hips?
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
You know what?
Spin around, twist.
The thing is, in the rap culture right now in the UK, there's different subs to the rap culture.
Like categories, you mean?
Yeah, different categories. Way too many different categories. It's crazy. Like Nine's categories it's like that's just Northwest London. That's just there.
Yeah, I think it's like ends. Yeah, it's an ends thing.
And yeah, it's
definitely an ends thing.
Like North, South, East, they all have their own different way of rapping.
And where's some come on, man, get us involved.
And we do have one because Freda.
And Digga D.
Digga D. You got Digga D.
Yeah,
And Digga D's and Central C.
That's what I was gonna say.
Central C.
And Central C.
And they're all beefing. Anyway,
And what's that guy's name? I forgot his name.
Who?
AJ Tracy.
Get him out. Get him out.
See, as you
Get
can
him
see,
out.
we have named a bunch of people. And where are they?
AJ Tracy has done his time though.
yeah, he
So
he
who's
owes-
left
this time?
We owe him. No,
We've got Digga D.
Who's left?
No, I'm not gonna lie. We definitely owe AJ Tracy his flowers.
Yes,
But
he did a good job.
We definitely owe him his
And he's a
flowers.
good
I'm not saying
rapper.
that we shouldn't give him his flowers. Yes, but who's left in the UK to carry UK?
Am I bugging or was AJ Tracy on the Rema song?
Yeah,
Fresh young nigga.
That was AJ Tracy's song.
Fresh young nigga is not AJ Tracy's
I'm
song.
pretty sure it's
Surely
AJ,
not.
I'm pretty sure it's AJ Tracy's song.
What?
I'm pretty
That
sure-
was a great song.
Anyway,
Sorry. Okay, let's move on to another question. So, the standard has dropped in some way. Yeah. What do
AJ
you
Tracy's
think?
song.
It's AJ
FYI.
Tracy's.
mad.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, he got a good one under him.
Fresh young nigga.
Wait, no.
No, it's probably Remus.
It's Rem song.
Yeah, shout out AJ Tracy on that one. That was great.
Yeah, it says a song by AJ Tracy and Rem at the top.
Maybe they did it
It's probably
alphabetical.
Remus, Yeah. Yeah, as you were saying.
So when we're talking, thank you. When we're talking about the songs that have kind of dropped the standard, or even when we're like looking around and we're like, where are the artists? Like, who's really rapping UK music? Da da da. What do you think has caused us to look at things that way? Is it because of the way that we are like pushing certain artists, regardless of whether they're giving us what they need to be giving us? Is it because there's trends? Is it samples? Like, what do we think the issue is?
With the UK, we're just like the weather. There's too many variables involved in this thing that it's very hard to pinpoint an exact thing.
Okay.
One of them is the fact that only a few amount of people can actually rise to the top, like Cream. You know when?
Yes, Cream always rises to the top.
'cause
Yeah.
Kesi doesn't like
Jesus
when she doesn't
Christ,
like seeing
man.
the skin. Anyway, so one is that. Two, the quality of music. The quality of music right now, we are definitely in the sample heavy era, and the sample heavy era is cheap music. Very, very cheap music.
I would say we've actually just come out of that. We're now in this.
They're about to come back to bite.
In this floating area, we don't know what's happening.
I think, God willing, we're getting out of
Yeah.
the worst of it. We're getting out of the worst of it.
Summertime's coming. You don't think
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
see
yeah.
H on the side of a pool. Hey,
Yeah, we're gonna get a 50 Cent sample soon. Probably for
we already have the flows.
Yeah.
We already have 50 Cent flows. Freda just did a 50 Cent flow just last week.
Which artists is sitting there warming up saying that
Strands.
these guys ain't got nothing. They don't know
Strands,
anything.
they
from
don't
me.
even know.
Wait for me.
I like the way that you're moving around me. Hey!
We're in trouble, man.
We are in big trouble.
God damn it, man.
Big trouble. But I don't know what to say. The scene right now, there's too many variables and too many things going on right now. But even as I'm saying that right now, the UK music scene for me, from what I'm seeing, because I'm not deep inside the music scene like that. I'm not an A&R. Yeah. I'm not a manager of an artist. I'm just seeing what is going on right now. And this scene right now is stale, mate.
So stale is the word.
I will say it was the lazy sampling. It was the lazy sampling, the repetitiveness of hearing that 2000 classic music, which should not have been touched, being remixed into drill songs and all sorts of songs in this day and age, for me, killed the scene for a while. Like radio UK music for a while was just reruns for a long time. And you artists, you really, really did run that into the ground. And it's very unfortunate because for me, that carried the UK for so long to the point where it's like we're now trying to listen to UK artists again, and it's like I don't know what UK artists are anymore.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it to one thing. Drill's gone. Drill's dead and gone. So that ain't coming back.
Yeah.
The remakes of American rap it's not landing for me.
Yeah, I hate when they do.
It's not landing for me.
I hate when they do.
I'm seeing the style that Central C and Dave are bringing in with that new EP that they did, which is trying to go back to grime days. I'll probably say,
which I like,
but it's not like
not big enough.
It's not what's going to carry the mantelpiece. And I do not want to hear remakes on samples of other songs. So when it comes to the UK, maybe they have to reinvent themselves and bring back grime. I don't know. Or maybe they actually just need to take a bit of a break and think about what they want to do properly.
Do you think that we need to have like an overarching trend?
That's what I was saying in my head. Like,
because when we think about like the US, for example, every area's got their sound. Do you know what I mean? South, like Atlanta and southern states have like dirty South music. Then you had drill in Chicago. Then you had East Coast music, West Coast music, whatever else. So there were different sounds that existed at different times. And I'm just thinking about like the rapper Len, for example, like him and Lancey Foe, they're making very similar music. You got the people that are doing Alte based out here,
which is very American though.
Yeah,
which Lancey and Len's type of sound. Yeah, I'm
okay with it. I'm a fan. But I don't think, because the UK has always had music which is quintessentially UK.
Yeah,
we've had grime, we've had
UK
funky
drill,
house,
garage,
we have all that.
Yeah,
we always have that.
So you think we need one of those?
I feel like every country has needed that. So I just don't know what that is now. And we need to find it, or else it's going to get to a point where once again UK music for me just fall flatlines, and then it's just like what's coming out.
I can definitely say that drill music, the UK, even though drill was made in the US, and drill and the UK and US drill is a bit different, but UK drill has really like taken off. We took the mantelpiece and was like, fuck you.
I think UK drill inspired the drill that came from other countries. I don't think they were inspired by US drill. I think they were inspired by us. 100%.
European drill is definitely UK drill.
Yeah, and Australian drill and Ghanaian drill, it comes from the UK. It doesn't come from the US.
Facts.
Yeah.
But that's gone now. Eventually. It's not here anymore.
The artists that were popping in, and this is the thing, is that I'm trying to think about. No, I'm trying to think of the life cycle of an artist. Right. That's what I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to see what is the issue. Is it the fact that the artists that we have aren't actually good artists?
I don't think so, because I genuinely think that Digga D is one of the greatest artists that we've had in a really, really long time. Yeah. And apart from his police troubles that make it quite difficult for him to get by, I think that he is somebody who I wish that, like, I don't know, more was done. I don't know. Like, he's someone that I can see having that longevity there.
Yeah, so he's one of the artists that doesn't correlate with what I'm saying, because he's still going. But what I'm trying to say is that there's not enough artists that their timeline is long enough.
Yeah. Fair.
Like a lot of artists are one-hit wonders and they're gone.
Fair.
That's it.
So do you think that's the problem then with UK music, is that the artists, their time is too short?
100%. I even heard that, what's his name? Dig That's gonna come back. I'm like, fam.
Yeah, he just came out of prison.
Yeah, and I was like,
I didn't even know he disappeared.
Mate, fam.
I didn't know. I definitely didn't know.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. His whole situation, because when he released that Air Force song, I was like, okay, something's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna lie, the whole drama that he had in his whole camp and all that type of stuff, there's nothing more.
Lowski was quite popular as well. He's gone.
He's and that's another thing as well. That's another thing.
Niggas keep going to prison.
Niggas keep going to prison.
And we never really had it like this before, you know.
No, I think it was always like this. Like,
it wasn't. No,
like not before. Our biggest artist always going to prison.
You think so?
Yeah.
Digga D. Any moment that he blows, he's been arrested. Pot of paper. His album's just come out. He's just, and he's gone as well. Heady won as well. He did like 6 months right in the middle of his thing.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking back to Grime and Garage Days, and we never had artists that were just disappearing like that.
But the thing is,
they weren't heavily. I don't know.
Not
maybe
the prominent ones anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know for sure whether they were heavily within the streets like that. But they weren't disappearing like people were disappearing nowadays.
But it's a bit different because Grime then didn't have the limelight that music has now, where you can see if someone's missing.
That's
them times, like someone release a Risky Road and then you find it just pops on channel. You don't know what's going on.
So my next question then to that is that when you were talking about how artists not having the tenure that they really should be having, is it that we are championing rubbish music and rubbish artists that shouldn't be championed, or is it that these artists are not bringing out quality music?
I think it's a bit of both. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the model's changed for music.
Yeah, agreed.
What do you mean?
That music is now focused on, okay, whatever's popular and trending right now, whatever artist is in that genre, back them. Like, do you know back in the day when artists used to say, oh, the industry and the labels don't actually care about us, and it's one of those ones where they'll back someone that's doing popular. Once they've done their music or done their time and there's nothing that's popping anymore, they leave that artist alone. That's what I feel like it is right now.
Yeah,
they're backing a whole bunch of crap. They're not actually looking at that artist's like longevity. It's one of those ones where if someone's got popping music right now, especially in the time that we're in right now, people are gonna back it, put that artist up on the platform, and then if they don't obviously come with a follow up of that, they slowly digress, and that's it.
I don't think the UK has got the I don't think they've created an infrastructure that can, the word isn't breed, but like breed stars. I feel like people get their shine and they get an A&R that will put them on a song like Fredo and Dave, for example. They have no business rapping together. For me, anyway, I thought that song was a joke.
The one where the thing was on fire in the
At this age, that stupid song.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Unnecessary. Just not needed, in my opinion, personally, anyway. Just saying. You get an artist, you put them together with another hot artist, and then that's it. That's the breadth of the work done. There's nothing else being done. Artists are actually just having to do this for themselves. There aren't enough people that are like doing what I've seen happen in America, where they really put someone in a place, they get them the right interviews that they need, they get them doing the right covers. I have not seen any rappers doing any like big magazine covers, and they could do it if they wanted to. Dave and Central C, I could have seen on Vogue by now.
100%.
I could have 100%. It does not make sense. So in terms of like doing the other things that they need to do, even like getting them to collaborate with like R&B, just to spread them out a bit further. I just don't think that work is being done here in the UK. I don't feel like A&Rs are concerned with the longevity of an artist. I think they're concerned about the hit of an artist, and if it drops, if it goes viral now, then we're up. It's like, okay, cool, with your little dance, that's fine. But in terms of like, Dave is an artist who I feel like visibility wise we should be seeing much more of. Like the fact that he did the Louis Vuitton show is great. This shouldn't have been the first thing I'd seen in such a long time. This should have happened before. He should have worked with brands before this. So for me, it's like, it's just a bit tricky. I just think that there's more that can be done. I just don't think it's enough to have Central C come up onto a red carpet with AirPods and tracksuits. Someone should be running the show for him, because at the end of the day, he is just an artist, right? And it's not to say he can't have autonomy. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is there needs to be a team that can create a narrative around the artist. It's not enough. Like, the music has never been enough.
But is that outdated though?
I don't think it's outdated.
And the reason why I say it was outdated, because I feel like nowadays the
authenticity,
not the authenticity does sell a lot more nowadays, number one. But you've got to also look at the age group that is going to push music. We're not the age group that's going to be able to push music anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't. It's not enough of us that are still into music like that.
Agreed.
Like that. So the age group that's going to push music is fully about authenticity and that whole owning your real self. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
And that's why Central C is doing so well right now. And with the whole idea of Cortez and it being that underground brand that he's linked to that, I feel like that is giving him more fame and more popularity than it would be if I was to see him on Vogue or on the Louis Vuitton runway.
I disagree.
The kids are not reading Vogue.
I disagree.
The kids don't care about LV.
They don't care about LV like that, yeah. But let's just even take it back a second. I'm not saying that Central C should not wear tracksuits anymore, yeah. I think it was very disrespectful he was wearing an AirPod. But we'll come back to that another day because niggas was wearing Jabra headsets back in 02. I do remember it. So that's fine. It's not a problem, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, you can still be your real self and have a team behind you. He could have been on a Vogue cover in a tracksuit if that's what he very so wishes. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like even what he did with Jacques Mousse, that adds to his superstardom. And that's the part that I'm like not loving about UK right now, is that I don't feel like they are engineering stars the way that they should be. I'm not saying like pluck a talentless somebody. Central C is really talented. Dave is already talented. These are two good-looking people.
Then brand them properly.
You can brand them properly, market them properly. And, sorry, if I could just use an example. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. It was a hit album, Cool. If I asked you to name the songs on the album, or if I asked you to sing some of the songs on the album, you would know the hit singles, but you might not necessarily remember the album as an album. You would remember everything around what he was doing. The game that he brought out, the K-Swiss trainers that he brought out, the clothes, G-Unit, all of that stuff, the G-Unit chain. There is more to an artist than just the music. It's not enough for you to bring out an EP with Dave, because when we stop listening to the EP with Dave, it's like you don't exist. It's not right. Someone like Dave I should have been seeing him around. Like, he should have done something that, like what Sench did with Jacques Mousse was nice, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and it wasn't that nice anyway. Like the actual drop wasn't nice. But if he was involved with Kim Jones and Dior, for example, this wouldn't have even been a conversation. Do you see what I'm saying?
Because I was going to bring a counter argument, but now that I'm sitting down thinking about it, he hasn't done it either. Stormzy hasn't done that.
He hasn't done it, and I appreciate that he doesn't like being on socials, and that's cool. But you've got to be outside, sir.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He hasn't. But
Melissa's doing a great job styling him and stuff. Yes,
100%.
And he's linked to. I saw he's linked to Burberry as well.
So you only come out every Met Gala? It's not right.
He got dressed for Burberry and Met Gala. That was about it. But it's
I
not
think
enough.
He's actually linked to Burberry.
If he is, then
it's not enough. It's not enough.
No, it's fair. It's fair what you say.
I really do. Okay, maybe you've actually made a really good point here. I feel like yes, the UK. I think that's what they're lacking for sure. Is to push them into that scene where it's like, now you're gonna have the longevity because you have exposure.
That you need, right?
Yeah. Like you need to be in different places other than just the music scene, and you being your authentic self, being I don't like to do interviews, or I don't like to be that person that's out there like that. It's not helping because you will just die off after some time. And
even if you don't like doing interviews, Drake hasn't done an interview for years. Like he doesn't like doing interviews either. Beyonce doesn't do interviews either. And it's not to say any of them can compare to either one of them, but there is definitely a way that you can be marketed as a star without doing things that you don't want to do.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? No one's asking you to change, but I just think this is not an artist issue. This is an issue with the music industry. I just feel like not enough work is being done around artists as a whole, and outside of just their album, because you're only as good as your last song. If we don't remember that song, so what? It's not fair that they're not remembered because they didn't want to bring out a song. Like, artists should be allowed to take a 1 year break, but that doesn't mean that we don't hear from you. It shouldn't be dead silent. It's not right.
No, I hear it.
Anyway.
No, what you said, it was a very, very good point, and I didn't know that's what was missing in the UK. But yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Yeah. And
it's just one of those things.
It is one of those things, and I think something that used to enable that was when artists were joining labels. It's now a thing where artists don't want to join labels anymore. So you don't have that full backing of a label that has different departments. One that's part of like the A&R team, one that's part of marketing and ads and brand influence and all that type of stuff. Now these things are outsourced, and those brands only come to you when they feel like there's an actual opportunity there.
Yeah, or if someone's done something that's impactful enough that they deserve to be on the show.
That's it.
Which is what happened with Gabriel Moses and Dave, in truth.
Exactly.
So maybe that is something. No, that is definitely something. Because
more work needs to be done there.
Yeah, when you even look at the US and you see a lot of these artists, and the brands that they're collaborating and the brands that...
I mean, Offset and Balenciaga's doing
the
crazy.
Hell?
And really and truly...
Tiana Taylor that was with Rick Owens and all of them.
What's it called? Virgil Abloh, God rest his soul. If there was people that were there behind these artists, these people would be collaborating with Louis Vuitton like crazy.
Why haven't any of these artists collaborated with a...
The only one that came close was... What's his name? What's the guy that wears the glasses?
Trainer.
What's the artist that wears the glasses? What's his name?
Who?
The UK artist that wears the glasses.
Paper.
No, he wears the black glasses. Baby, bring it back and then dig it. Man, so you remember they put a statue of him in... Was it the LV store?
Yeah.
So he's the only artist that I've seen that's ever come close to something
him,
like
he's
that.
gone silent as well.
Well.
This is what I mean. It's not enough just to drop an album, bro. And niggas aren't doing any marketing for their albums either. No one's doing any press runs or...
All you're getting is that little 3-second clip that goes bow and then disappears.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That one's a problem.
Look how excited everybody got because J Hus put a phone number on a billboard.
Facts.
We're being starved. We're being starved.
Do you know what? It's another thing that I think is what Tobi said, is that even the generation that is pushing things right now, our generation isn't pushing things as much. We're giving it a nudge, but we're not pushing things. It's the younger generation are pushing things, and the stuff that kind of tickles their fancy and gets them like excited isn't much. Isn't much.
Are you saying that it doesn't take much to get them going?
It doesn't.
Okay, fair. I hear that point. I think you're right, but also I think as well is like it's because of that point that the music industry has gotten lazy.
100%.
They've gotten lazy. All we need is a cute little dance to get the boys and girls dancing. And
how long is that going to last for?
That can't. It doesn't. It never lasts. It never lasts.
But this is the generation that we're in.
Exactly, and that's
what I'm saying needs to change.
That's the type of business that works for the music industry now. You know what I mean? And all they need is that quick money and on to the next one. They'll go and find someone else. They can make someone else they want to.
I'm going to play devil's advocate in this as well, because...
God forbid.
No, obviously, God forbid. But what I'm trying to say is that even with yourself, where you're saying that they're only looking for money and all that type of stuff, if they know that their market will only accept a number on a billboard or this and that, if they were to do something that was out of the ordinary, that didn't relate to that generation, they're not going to get the sales. They're not going to get the popular eyes.
It may miss the step of getting the main generation, but it will catch people. And people will talk about it for time.
But what do they want more?
The whole idea,
do they want a huge market, or do they just want some?
I feel like what Kesi's saying is that a lot of small things can mount up to something very big.
Yeah.
And that's what they're not even doing, the small things.
That's all. If we're talking about longevity, there are other things that need to be done that I think people felt like didn't need to be done because TikTok kind of made it easy for them, so they didn't have to try because of the socials. But you still got work to do, bro.
Who the heck would have thought 50 Cent would bring out a G-Unit game?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? Get Rich or Die Trying. A game that didn't make any sense. But
pushing UK music into, and I don't know because I don't play these games, but like pushing UK music into things like FIFA. I remember how big of a deal it would be to hear certain songs on certain games.
Exactly.
Are they doing that?
I haven't played FIFA in a while. So
are they doing that? I don't know, so I couldn't say. But like
artists on the games, no, because I
putting
remember
artists on the games, putting certain songs
Travis
on the
Scott
games.
was on Fortnite at that time. You remember that?
Wait, artists weren't on the games.
No, I'm talking about the songs.
But songs were on. Yeah, even till this day, FIFA and all that type of stuff.
Are they playing UK music like that?
They're playing.
Okay, good. Because even things like that, I just kind of feel like it's not just enough just to release a good EP or a good album, because that's fine, but really it's not enough in this day and age. It's just not. There are other things that you need to do, and it's not just like, for example, I remember Heady did something when I can't remember what the album was. I think it was this for Edna? It might have been for Edna, when Edna dropped and he had like a launch at Sexy Fish or one of these like restaurants, maybe Stork or something, and he had this like big life-size statue. That's cool, but like you only invited your friends and whatever.
And that's another thing as well.
You can't do this, bro.
That's another thing as well.
It's too like this.
The whole of the UK are
too
introverts.
cliquey. It's too they're not introverts. Everybody just wants to impress the same people, the same influencers. You go see these brand events, you're seeing the same people. That's it. So that's what we're gonna get.
So a question I want to ask, yeah. What would you say right now was the best time for UK music? And do you think
the best era
for UK music? And do you think we could ever get to a point where there's an era where our music is just flourishing and popping?
Once again, this is our own viewpoints. We're not saying it for the whole of the UK. It's our own viewpoints.
Go on.
I think it's between 2010 to 2015.
What's that Afro swing?
Afro swing.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so upset that Afro swing didn't get the love that it deserved in this era, time.
Do you know what? Afro swing was just like grime back in the day. That's how it felt like. Where grime, they were doing their thing. People in Afro swing were going so hard,
and everybody wanted to make Afro swing music.
Oh my goodness!
And it's the first time when, for me personally, where UK music went across seas and did something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What Afro swing song went?
So, for example, I feel like Afro swing for me leaked into Afro beats.
Fair.
So it became a big thing in Nigeria, for example.
Definitely artists were going to Nigeria.
No, I know, but like NSG, for example,
You had Fuse ODG. I think Fuse ODG did quite well.
That's a bit too
he
late.
did
in America.
He did.
Mr. Silver
And Afrobeat did very well in America.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're right.
It's the first UK based sound that I could say actually leaked into other countries.
It travelled,
and did quite well.
Yeah.
No,
Afro swing was a time.
it was such a time. And what I was saying is that similar to grime, people are going so hard.
Yeah.
People at the forefront. We can actually say that there's godfathers of Afro swing right now. Similar to how it was in grime. It's just that it just didn't happen. Just like
do you know what I think about Afro swing, yeah? And same with grime and also funky house, which I'll come to in a second. They just didn't have the backing that they needed from labels.
Yeah.
There was no money behind it. It was just vibes. And like
good vibes though.
People like Sonar, people like Timbo, people like
Mr. Silver,
Notes, Kojo Funds.
That's sad. Man.
They just didn't have the backing that they needed to take it where it needed to go. But it was a time. And my only wish is that it existed when like TikTok and that existed. What?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. It can be brought back though. If
I hope.
If someone does something crazy.
The reason why I doubt it's gonna come back is because that music worked for a generation that resonated with that music.
Okay, let me rephrase bring it back. So when I say bring it back, I don't mean that it can come back and become a thing in terms of new music from Afro swing. I feel like I'm talking about like reruns. Like it come back and people are just like like people are using those songs and using it for TikTok and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think you could come back, and I don't think I don't want to not disprove. I don't want to like say that he can't do it, like it's impossible for him to do it, but I can't see Sona having the career that he had back then now.
No artist that was doing Afro swing then can come back and do Afro swing now.
It was unfortunate for him. I feel like...
Did he go prison?
Yeah, he went prison. He went prison for a while, and that's what... After he went prison, it was... And I know there was a point in time when he came back from prison, he tried. But the time was gone.
It was gone, man. He missed it. It was literally like a year or two late.
Yeah, no.
Literally a year or two late.
I think... Yeah. Go on.
No, I was like, that has, at this moment, been the best time for UK music.
So I think, actually, the best time... If we're going early 2000s, I think Garage was insane. I don't think there's been anything that crossed over like Garage.
Garage for me is not really my time.
So if we're doing like not including Garage, just because that leaks into like early 2000s, but if we're not going to do Garage, which I do think is probably the most
influential sound.
Do I think yes? I think Garage is the most influential sound that's come out of the UK.
Fair.
For sure.
I do.
Yeah, fair.
I do.
Fair.
However, if we're not going to talk about that time, I would go to say grime or funky house.
I think
it's grime.
Grime only has.
Grime.
I feel like grime only has a special place in the UK's heart as a UK sound. But if we're going to say predominantly within the UK, it blew up in the UK. Yes, for sure. But I just feel like, unfortunately, for me, a sound doesn't blow, and it's going to sound very, very sad. But a sound doesn't blow for me until it crosses borders. unfortunately, because I feel like yes, you can champion that, you can have a sound in your country and it be amazing, but because the UK is such a small island,
it can feel like a bubble.
Yes. So
Fair.
I feel like once it crosses those borders, and I know it's going to be but now you're talking about how American artists like are doing very well in the UK because their sound has crossed our border. But really and truly, when you really deep it, like the UK is such a small bubble, and we can have big songs and big tracks and big sounds
in our bubble.
But you know, it doesn't bang as much.
Let me ask a question. Why did you say grime?
I said grime because I think like it's not just the songs that were there, which are all classics. Like the ones that I enjoyed, they were really, really good. But it influenced so much. Like I feel like there are a lot of sounds that came as an influence of grime. I feel like drill carried so well from the US to the UK because there was an element of familiarity with that grime sound from before. I think even though Dave is not a grime artist, you can see the influence that he's taken. And I feel like there are so many rappers who have taken like the influence of grime to how they rap now. I feel like it just gives UK its UK-ness.
I definitely agree with that. But that's similar. That's similar to garage because grime is like a spin-off from garage in a sense.
I guess so.
It kind of comes from that. So I get that, but like you said, I feel like garage and grime, that is what the UK, if you were to say any genre that represents the UK, it's those genres that represent the UK.
I think so. And I think Afro swing
if I'm going to talk about genres that have amplified the UK and like made the UK loud and really did what they did, I would have to say Afro swing. Because the Afro swing generation, we're talking about people like Young Bane, Jay Haas, Kojo Funds, Notes, all these artists that actually blew up.
So this is the thing is like, I hear what Toby just said about, I'm not hearing it until it blows, but I also think if the UK and the US, social media has changed a lot of things, and I feel like the visibility that American people needed to see UK music did not exist when grime was about.
100%.
So I can't necessarily say that US people wouldn't have been feeling grime. You just never know.
They probably were to some extent.
I do think that grime would have carried 100%. And even when you think about like Skepta and P Diddy doing
that was a cool time.
Good Morning and like that whole period, Chipmunk going over to the US, like grime did make it there, albeit they had to change their sound when they got there.
Chipmunk did R&B for a second.
He did Oopsie Daisy. He did go and make a little Oopsie Daisy over there. He did. A Champion is still a banger though. Some people have to learn.
I don't know about that one.
What with Chris Brown? That song was sensational. Don't do that.
That was a terrible time.
But anyway, I say that to say that at the time when grime music came out, I definitely feel like there was still that UK bred in the US, and they felt like they needed to assimilate in order to go across.
It's a testament to that one for sure.
As is Chipmunk, as is Tiny. I just feel like if they had believed in their source and stayed on the grime thing, do I feel like it would have carried to America? I can't see it right now, but I think the respect would have been there, and at least would have carried out further into Europe.
I don't think the respect would have been there.
I don't know if the respect would have been there.
They don't respect our accents, number one. They really don't.
But one thing I will say though is that if we're talking about like quintessential UK, for what I was going to say earlier was that I feel like Afro swing was the genre that existed when like Wizkid, Davido, and Burna were out, and Afro beats was cool finally. And those who were African in origin
found a way.
The Nigerians, the Sonners, they said, "Well, hold on a second, let me start singing in Yoruba quick." And that's how, for me, Afro swing feels like it started. So it was like when it was cool to be African and when it was cool to get onto Afro beats, Afro swing came as a branch of Afro beats. But the UK version, byproduct, thank you. But the UK version, grime was just grime. If it was influenced from anything, it was garage. It was UK, quintessentially UK.
Born and bred.
Born and bred, exactly. So it's like funky house, I absolutely loved. I thought it was great. It has the influence of house and also garage. But grime is dirty, gritty London, UK. Do you know what I mean? Realness.
I actually do feel like if you picked up grime from that time and put it now, it would do very well.
It would do well.
It would.
It would do well.
You can even see just a hint of it by what Central C and Dave did. Like you can see, and like I said, with the way that music is now tailored to the younger generation, I think it will be more reciprocated if they were to listen to it. But man, it is what it is. But the question I want to ask,
is this the final question?
it has to be the final question.
Yeah, man.
So who would you say is our top 5 artists in the UK?
Oh, that's not a final question.
It's not a final question, but we can try. Dave Central C, Digger D, Pot Paper.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top 5.
Pot Paper, and I'm supposed to say Little Simmons, but I don't listen to her music enough to back it, so I can't do that. UK artists. This is not just rap, right? It's all of them.
Yeah. We're talking about just artists in general. Top 5 artists. You could put Ed Sheeran in there.
I'm not doing that, mate.
No, what the hell?
I'm not doing that. I can't think of a 5th.
J Hus.
God damn it, man. He's not to me.
He's not in there.
He's not to me. He's not done enough.
No, he's not. He's not. Do you know the reason why? No, he's not. Do you know the reason why? Yeah, he is.
He is.
He's got to be. Who else is?
He is.
And I'm not saying that in the sense of like he's just got, as an honorary member, he's got to go in there.
What about Stormzy?
No.
Stormzy's
not for me.
Stormzy isn't. But it really depends on what we're trying to categorize here. Are you categorizing in regards to wealth, or are you categorizing?
Of course,
in
not
regards to
wealth, man.
Cool. If we're talking about music, then Stormzy isn't top 5.
Man, he's not.
Stormzy's in top 5.
He's water chicken.
Mate, he's not
water chicken.
He's water chicken.
What about DB?
That's a very good point.
Once again, because they're not visible, they fall off. You just forget.
Do you know what? It's not that they're not visible.
But they're not like that.
They are because they're still bringing.
When they're selling out the O2, why do we not hear about these people?
That's the thing. They're not visible.
No. They're bringing out music. I just heard a new song from them just not too long ago.
But you heard
it's because your ears are there already.
Exactly. They're not really there because I don't listen to DB, but it's just I'm out there.
Sorry.
What I'm going to say with DBE. I'm not gonna lie, and I said this to Real One, is that the sound has changed. The sound for DB for me has changed.
Okay.
When they were talking about pussy, drugs, and all that type of stuff, I was like, I'm here for this. It was cold. Violence. But now the music has changed, and me personally, I hope it's not this. And anyone this is my opinion. They are now very successful.
Okay.
Very, very successful.
So they turned Jay-Z.
And they haven't turned Jay-Z, but it's one of those ones where it's like, I'm driving in the Urus. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm driving the Urus all the way to Paris.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm good. I don't get that same gutter music that I used to get back in the day. Now it's like
the Urus to Milan.
So what's you guys' top 5 then?
My top 5 would be Central C. This in no particular order.
Fine.
Central C, J Hus, Dave. Top 5 artists in the UK.
Pot Paper.
Digger D. Do you know what? I would want to put a paper there. Rapper.
It's just artists.
No, because I need to make it clear.
No, don't do
no,
that.
No.
All the same category.
Listen,
you can't do that. It's UK.
No. Let me just make it clear.
Go on.
Potter Paper is a great rapper. Lyrically, he's great. Top 5 artists in the UK, he's not.
Look,
okay.
If you're gonna do
so
top song,
I just said he's not.
If you're going to do an award show, you have top song.
All right,
what
mate.
genre it is.
He isn't on there.
All right, number 5.
Number 5. Top 5 in the UK. It's hurting me for saying it, but Russ.
Rubbish.
What Russ?
Rubbish.
Come on, stop it, man. Do you know why? Because there are actually other UK artists you could have gone down the road of, like Rags Original and them man over there, those like alternative guys over there. What about Nux? What about Nux? You brought out Russ.
I'm beaten. The thing is, I even said I didn't want to say it, but no. This is me being not being biased and being real with what's going on right now.
Michael, when was the last time you heard Russ?
Listen. We're saying top 5 artists in the UK. We're talking about the biggest artist in the UK.
Should I tell you
telling me Russ is not one of the biggest artists in the UK?
Should I tell you who beats him right now?
Who?
A1 and J1.
Like Russ is not
they
around.
beat him right now. He beat him.
Do you know what? You guys say your point. I've said my point.
Russ has not been relevant for at least 2 years now.
At least 2 years.
So wait. So in the last 2 years when him and Tion Rain just brought out a song.
When?
Earlier this year.
When?
That song.
check when Tion Wayne and Russ brought out a song.
Which song are you referring to?
I don't remember the song. I don't listen to his music like that. But I'm not being biased in this whole situation. And I said, and you guys know I don't like Russ. But Russ is definitely
2021.
Body.
When did Body come out?
2021 April.
Okay, there was another song that he brought out with
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Anyway, all I'm gonna say is that if we're talking about top 5 artists, because the artists that you guys are telling me and telling me stuff like that,
Nux.
you're going. Nux is a great artist, but Nux isn't top 5. Are you kidding me?
I just don't think. Look, regardless of whether you think that Nux is number 5 or not, Nux.
If Nux is top 5, why do you not put him as top 5?
Because I don't think he's my top 5. But what I will say is that there are much better artists than Russ. I'm not even talking about big artists. I'm talking about big and better artists.
Now, this is why I said we need to now specify this thing, because if you're talking about the artists and you're talking about lyrically or how they are as artists, and because if I was to say Nux is definitely better than Russ.
Listen, if we're talking about, you said top heavy hitters, the biggest artists in the UK, I don't think that Russ is top 5.
Fair, that's your point,
and that's my opinion. That's your opinion.
But
that's our opinion.
I definitely disagree.
All right then, guys. I think with that brings us to the end.
My one is basically yours, but kick Russ out. What the heck?
And what do you replace him with? Sorry,
pot of paper.
Thanks for your time.
No.
All right then, guys, that brings us to the end of a fairly heated episode of Hype and Then Some. We hope that you've enjoyed, and if you have any music opinions to share, please do share them in the comments, in our DMs, wherever, however you want to let us know, please do. Okay. As for following us on socials, we did tell you at the beginning of the episode, but you can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe at Hype and Then Some. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok by searching Hype and Then Some, and you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. MBT, do we have any other business?
This is episode 131. We're Hype and Then Some, and we're out.
Peace.